Cossack Crazies, welcome in to the Sioux Valley High School Cossack Field. It is playoff time here in the fall of October. There is a slight chill in the air. That means it is football night in America. We're here, man. It's Bill Carms, Dave Carms, sorry, Bill Vincent, Dave Carms. I just crossed both your names together.
There you go.
Coach Carms is right to my left. Bill Vincent's going to be here in a bit. They were just getting done with a practice in Huron as they prepare themselves for a cross-country state meet Saturday afternoon. So they went and checked out the field, so he's going to be here shortly after that and tell us all about it. We got all sorts of fun stuff to talk about in the pregame. We have our 11B first-round playoff in front of us. Sioux Valley is going to be in the home navies with the white pants, navy helmets. It is the Parker Pheasants making a visit to Sioux Valley High School tonight. They'll be in their road whites, a bit of a striping on the shoulders. They've got blue pants with red stripings down the side. The Parker Pheasants. So some of the internet things that I saw today were going hunting, I believe is what the theme is for Sioux Valley. At least with the student section tonight, they're going hunting. Gotta get them birds, apparently. So we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for tuning in. This is Saul's Media. I am Jason Salzman. Coach Carms to my left, Bill Vincent will be here shortly. Before we go any further, we're going to thank our exclusive presenter for everything that we do here on Saul's Media, Bankstar Financial. Thank you for everything you do for me. With locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton, Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home, need a car loan, how's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Saul's Media broadcasts. Coach Carms, we are live from Cossack Field. Should be a fun one tonight. It's absolutely gorgeous out here as far as the end of October or nearing the end of October.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just perfect football playoff weather, really, in many ways. We got the Parker Pheasants tonight. Of course, they're also a member of the Big East Conference, as Sioux Valley is during this time here. But Parker's 5-3. They score an average of almost 24 points a game. They give up about the same amount.
All right.
So that's kind of where they're at. But they are 5-3, so they do have a winning record at this time here. But coming in here, and of course, you know that they're going to give it their best. So this is
absolutely
time, so
it is.
Everybody should.
It's playoff time. It's win or go home type of deal here. A little bit of a preview that I have. This is off of 605sports.com. This is Ryan Deal out in the Mitchell area that covers high school in the middle of the state. But when it comes to playoff time, he is no stranger to stopping through and saying hello. For our Sioux Valley Cossacks, I just had it. Where'd it go? He's got a nice little write-up and a little preview. Where'd you go? Where did it go? It was in there. I just read it yesterday. What happened to it? Cards!
No.
What is going on over here?
I don't know, but until you get there, a couple games that are going on right now, 11B playoff games. Mount Vernon Plankinton is hosting Mowbridge Pollock tonight. They are ahead 14-6 with 5 minutes left in the first half. And winner leads Woonsocket, Western Springs, Sanborn Central, 14-6 also. That game is in Western Springs. And then again, there's about 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I don't know where the little write-up thing went to, but that is disappointing. So, yeah, we'll just go through the rest of the matchups tonight. 11B, you said there are some games away and going already. Let me bring up my South Dakota score feed as I'm just failing all over the place. This is what happens when you work 12-hour days. You rush over to Sioux Valley Cossack Field, trying to get everything done and put together, and well, there's just stuff that's going to fail. There's just stuff that is.
Anyway, some other games here now in 11B tonight. At Clark Little Lake is going to be hosting Grogu. Wagner hosts Chamberlain tonight. A duel is going to be hosting the Cook Central Montrose tonight. So that's a lot of interesting things there. Number 1 ranked Yellow Point Jefferson is hosting Flanders. St. Thomas More hosts Hot Springs. And the 2 games
Yeah, St. Thomas More gets the 2 seed. Officially, our Sioux Valley Cossacks got the 8. That's why we get to host the 9 seed out here tonight. When we look around the 9-man levels, my Elkton Lake Benton Elks, number 2 in 9AA, they will host DeSmet tonight. There was some fun jockeying around of the 9-man schools in the AA level.
Some extra movement.
Some calculation corrections. It means that Bennett County did not have to travel all the way to Elkton tonight. DeSmet gets that right. Also, one thing that changed was flip-flopping the 4 and the 5 seeds. So Hill City, now the 4 seed out west, makes Hamlin the number 5. If they would both win tonight, that means Hamlin will have to make the trek across the state and go see our friends in Hill City, the Rangers out there. But they got to do a 9-hour drive to get out there. In the 9-man levels, there are a couple games that are underway right now. Kimball Whitelake, an early lead over Britton Hecla. Viborg Hurley, a 1-point early lead over the Hanson Beavers. Later on tonight, those Hamlin Chargers, they will host Scotland Menno tonight. Hamlin 7-1 on their season. Scotland Menno 4-4 in their season. The number 1 team, 9AA, Marion Freeman Academy, they will host the Garrettson Blue Dragons tonight. Those Hill City Rangers, Great Plains Lutheran is the visitor tonight. So another team that had to make a 9-hour drive. At least, that's all the way up to Watertown. At least a 9-hour drive for Great Plains Lutheran tonight. I think they get the winner of longest road trip of the evening, so we'll see what the rest of these matchups are.
What an honor.
Number 3 in 9AA, Parkston. They get Bennett County tonight. That's the flip-flopper, Bennett County and DeSmet. And then receiving votes, Bonhomme hosting the Gorillas of Gregory tonight.
Okay, in the 11A, that's some games going on. Here's the dandy. Del Rapids is host number 2. They are hosting number 3 ranked Lennox tonight.
Yeah, this is last game of regular season for
Oh, yeah, you're right.
11A,
You're right. This is
AA,
the
and
last
AAA.
game. So
They're finishing up
yeah.
their regular season tonight.
Forget all about that. Anyway, but Del Rapids, Lennox, number 2, number 3
Yep.
tonight. Last game of the regular season.
Yeah, not a bad matchup in 11A.
They're both 6-2.
We'll be paying attention to that, Carbs.
And Sioux Falls Christian, number 1, host going to Valley tonight. So a couple of interesting.
Couple of good matchups in 11A. We move to the 9A ranks, so we'll have a lot of these scores at halftime tonight as well. But Alcester Hudson hosting the Dubrick Dolphins tonight. Phillip, the Terriers, no, the Scotties out there in Phillip. They'll be hosting the S-Line Hendricks Redhawks tonight. Ipswich has a big lead on Harding County Bison already. Harding County Bison had to make the trek to Ipswich, so speaking of road trips, there's a good one there. Del Rapids St. Mary, you got that score in 9B. We'll get to that in a minute. This is the kind of scores that you see opening week of the playoffs because of the mismatches that happen. Look, in 9B, I think there's only like 19 teams in that class, and 16 of them have to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you get scores like that in the first round. Other 9A scores, Castlewood an early lead on Dupree, that's 24-0. Ipswich has a 30-0 lead on that Harding County Bison team I mentioned. Your Howard Tigers, Cars, they're hosting Centerville tonight. Howard gets the 5 seed there. Warner hosting Timberlake tonight. And number 1 in 9A, the Wall Eagles hosting Lemon McIntosh tonight.
Past 9B, one score well, we were just talking about. Number 1, Del Rapids St. Mary has defeated Irene Wakanda. And that score is 72-6.
Yeah.
That's the final.
To get to 72, that means a lot of that was scored in the first half because you have to play until halftime.
Yes.
And then it's up 50 after that, so that may be a halftime score right there. That's 72-6.
And
Yeesh!
a couple other games. Number 2, Avon hosts Oldham. We're going to Rutland. Avon. Coleman Egan is hosting Arlington tonight. Interesting in that playoff game. Sioux Falls Lutheran hosts Iroquois Lake Preston. That game is actually at T.
Oh, okay.
Tonight.
All right.
So a little different there, but that's some of the other games that are going on here for Marion T.
Okay, you mentioned the 11A guys. Brookings in 11AA, they are at home tonight. They're bringing the number 1 ranked 11AA Huron Tigers to town. The Cats 4-4 in their season. Huron 7-1. Other action around 11AA, T down to Sioux Falls, Washington at the moment. That's at Howard Wood Field tonight. Pierre, a big lead in the second quarter against Douglas. That's in Pierre tonight. And then other matchups still yet to get underway in the 11 AA ranks. Do you have AAA things over there? The big boys, the big fellas trying to finish their regular seasons.
Sioux Falls, Washington leads number 5T area 20-7. There's only 7 minutes left in the game there. Brandon Valley, number 1, and Sioux Falls Jefferson, number 3. They are tied at 7.5. The game there. Oh, Gorman is leading Roosevelt. With 4 minutes left in the second quarter, that score is 28-3.
A quick update on the 11B games that are actually going on right now. I think they started at 6 p.m. tonight. Winner has come back to take a 2-point lead over Woonsocket, Weston Springs, Sanborn Central. That game is in Wessington Springs tonight. The Winter Warriors up 14-12 early on the Bucks. The other game happening right now, Mount Vernon Plankington, an early lead over Mobridge Pollock. That game is in Mount Vernon tonight. So the Titans with a 14-6 lead with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. They have a lead over the Tigers. That winner, Woonsocket, Weston Springs, Sanborn Central game, 4 minutes left in that second. So those are almost to halftime as we're getting going here live in Sioux Valley. You can see the Parker Pheasants lining up for their starters announcements. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks in the locker room at the moment. They'll be back out here in a bit. We're going to hand this down to our PA announcer here in a couple minutes. PA announcer will go through some starting lineups on the field. We'll get through the Sioux Valley starters as well, and then we'll have a lovely Star Spangled Banner out there. Cars, talk to me about this weather, Bill. It's perfect, right? I mean, this is what fall playoffs should feel like, right?
I know in the past, this has been years ago at times, but, I know a lot of times it's been snowing again, the last 2-3 games of the regular season, but the playoffs.
Yeah, we don't want that, man.
The last 2 years, really, the weather's really been pretty darn nice here now for football at this time of the season. It's just been fantastic.
We had regular 80-degree temperatures throughout this regular season. We had a lovely end of the season as far as weather goes down in Elk Point last Friday. What was it? Maybe 70 at the start of that game, and then once the sun went down, then it cools off after that. It might have been high 50s by the time we get out there. No wind.
No.
Again tonight, we get no wind out here. It's probably 60 something as a high temperature today. 50s for the game. Maybe by the end of it, we'll be in those high 40s. But it is the 23rd of October, Cars. I mean, this is what should be happening right now, rather than the snow that you're talking
There we
about.
go. I agree with you there.
It just gets a little bit cooler, and it should be fun. Here come our Sioux Valley Cossacks back onto the field now. Little school song going for our fans in front of us here. It's going to be a fun one here, Carms.
And we should be almost ready to go. Like I said, the Cossacks are coming out of the locker room here now. And in just a little bit, we will have that wonderful coin flip.
We'll have some coin flip. We'll have some starting lineups out there. We're going to let our PA announcer do that for us here. We'll keep you updated as far as the action going on across the state tonight. This is the opening round. 11B is the biggest class that has playoffs tonight.
Yes.
All the 9-man schools in action tonight as far as the postseason goes. And then next week, that's when the 11A, 11 AA's, and the 11 AAA's get at it. They have one more regular season game than us smaller fellas do because they have less games than us. There's only 8 teams that go in each one of those brackets. But at our levels, it's 16 teams that go. And whether that's good or bad, that's what the rule is right now. Like I said,
for the safety of all of our students, both from Sioux Valley and Parker, parents, please make sure your children are seated during the game. Thank you from the Sioux Valley
There have been
administration.
some murmurs
It's
about
playoff football. On behalf of Sioux Valley Schools, we are pleased to welcome you to tonight's playoff football game between our
There have been
guests, the
some
Parker
talk,
Pheasants,
some people try to make them a little bit smaller because
and your Sioux
there's
Valley
been discussions,
Cossacks.
but as of right now, nothing coming from that. What we're going to do right now, Carms, we're going
Good
to send this down to the
sportsmanship
PA
is
announcer.
essential
We'll
for
do
all
some starting
ages as
lineups
school
on the field. We'll
activities
do
are
a
an
Star
extension of
Spangled
the
Banner on the
classroom
field.
and are a
And
positive learning
then, don't
experience.
go anywhere,
As a
Cossack
fan, you can have a
crazies.
negative
Absolutely
impact
not.
Sioux
or
Valley
make it positive.
playoff
We
football
ask that you do
coming
your
up
part
next.
as a fan to make sure this event is a positive learning experience for everyone involved.
Is that
We
too
ask
loud?
everyone please show good
I'll try to keep it
sportsmanship
down.
at all times.
Or I won't
Please let
at
the
all.
players
I'll probably
play,
just
let
start
the
yelling.
coaches coach, let the officials officiate, let the spectators be positive. First, we will
Okay.
announce the Parker cheerleaders.
I'll keep the microphones in this room there.
Under the direction of Jody Fryman. Cheerleader, Brenna Bolte. Cheerleader, Skylar Clayton. Cheerleader, Anaya Hammer. Cheerleader Emma Hannon. Cheerleader Gracelyn Johnson. Cheerleader Jaylee Miller. Cheerleader Jasmine Thompson. Cheerleader Lillian Basketchel. Cheerleader Briley Walton. Cheerleader Addison Wildeboy. And cheerleader Piper Woodring. We will announce the Sioux Valley cheerleaders who obviously are not on the track. Something about defending 18-time defending state competitive cheer team. State cheers in Watertown tomorrow night. They cheer at around 7-11. Cheerleader coach is Casey King. Cheerleader Matea Bell. Cheerleader Addison Coon. Cheerleader Zoe Hemestead. Cheerleader Kalia King. Cheerleader Quinn Peterson. Cheerleader Kendall Schwartz. Cheerleader Calissa Tangen. And cheerleader Amari Ward. Now the starting lineup for the Parker Pheasants. Their starting defense. Starting as a defensive line, a junior, number 41, Bo Stone. Starting another defensive lineman, a junior, number 66, Garrett Postma. And starting another defensive lineman, a sophomore, number 74, Caleb Wyman. Starting at linebacker, senior, number 7, Landon Wyman. Starting at linebacker, number 20, a sophomore, Brady Byer. Starting at another linebacker, senior, number 25, Wyatt Rand. And another starting linebacker, senior, number 56, Jonas Sattler.
Did you like it? Oh yeah.
Starting as a defensive back, a senior, number 3, Connor Peterson.
He had dental work today, top and bottom.
Another starting defensive back, a senior, number 10, Colin Robertson.
2 up here and then 1 down here.
Starting another defensive back, a sophomore, number 12, Sullivan
He
Statler.
hasn't been to the dentist since what did they say?
And running out the defensive backfield, a freshman, number 21, Carter Barons.
Oh, right. So you finally made an appointment.
Head coach for the Parker Pheasants is Scott Hybertson. Assistant coaches are Bob Fanson, Corey Minerick, Derek Sattler, Brandon Wallenstein, Michael Evan, and Levi Wyman. Now your offensive starting lineup for the Cossacks. Starting off, offensive lineman, a senior, number 50, Marcus Olson. Starting another offensive lineman, a senior, number 51, Preston Top. Another senior offensive lineman, number 52, Drake Schmuck. Another offensive lineman, a senior, number 56, Andrew Gunderson. And another senior to round up that starting front line, number 66, Owen Vanderweerd. Now starting at tight end, a senior, number 8, Burden Teskey. Another tight end, a senior, number 9, Tobin Squires. Starting at a wide receiver, number 2, Braden Van Ziezen. Oh, we got a junior starting at running back, number 4, Logan Moon. And our starting junior quarterback, number 5, Wyatt Hart. And our starting senior wide receiver, number 6, Mitchell Guthmiller. Head coach for the Cossacks is Jordan Fast. Assistant coaches are Ben Blees, Jeremy Bachman, Jake Schneider, Adam Deerduff, John Hart, Harrison Wagner, Cooper McDermott, and Tim Larson. Our officials for tonight's game, the referee is Jason Reisdorf. Umpire is Darren Martina. Head linesman CJ Prickett. Line judge Joe Kleinschmidt. And back judge Josh Benz. I would ask that everyone please stand and sing along as the national anthem is sung by all state choir members: Landon Hansen, Carter Sapp, Holden Rusink, Logan Moan, Patrick Qualley, Macy Bonet, there it is, Cameron Eaker, Quinn Nielsen, Cameron Gunderson, Isabella Weinkoff, Josephine Van Manen, and Lauren Richards, under the direction of Gina Brandsrud. To show proper respect, please move any caps, face the flag, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and military personnel not in uniform may salute the flag. The colors are being presented by the legions of Volga, Sinai, and Bruce.
Well, Coach Carms, another wonderful rendition by our Sioux Valley Choir. Little mixture of some football players, some cheerleaders, some volleyball, a little bit of everything out there, man. As always, man, we do it, and we do it well. Sorry about the audio on the first couple of minutes of this. Just a wire that was hanging off. I didn't have everything plugged in. So we're good now. We are prepared. We're ready. We'll go through those same
There you go.
those same games, those same highlights, 11B action tonight. The 9-man squads in action tonight as far as the playoffs go. The bigger levels just getting their last regular season game in. This one right here is the 8-9 matchup of 11B football in the playoffs. Sioux Valley gets the 8 seed. They get the host. Parker, the 9 seed. It's win or go home type stuff here, Carms. I mean, it's a big deal out here.
Down and dirty. I mean, it's just succeed or
don't.
Or don't.
Is that what you're saying there?
To succeed or you just don't succeed. Yes.
They're doing a little coin flip out there, so we're going to pay attention to what happens here. Typically, our Sioux Valley Cossacks have been deferring this, like a lot of teams do, but there's some teams that just like to take the ball and see what their offense can do and set the tone.
You bet.
Sioux Valley so far this year has been deferring. Looks like Parker has won the toss. They will defer. So, Sioux Valley does get first shot on offense tonight. We are going to get the ball to start. Looks like we're going to be going from south to north as we defend the south end zone. And that's how we're going to start it up here. Carms, are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yes. Yeah, I'm ready here. You know, I'm ready to go here. Playoff time. I think I might be the original member of the Mitchell Guthmiller fan club. You know, he had a couple big log runs, you know, and stuff, and broke some tackles and all that type of stuff. Last Friday, I went down to EPJ. I predict he's going to have another one or two of those there at least.
He's going to do it again for us?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So
you're the original fan club member of Mitchell Guthmiller?
Well, as far as I know. But you know, that
as far as claimed by myself.
I claimed it last night, you know, the last Friday night after the
okay. Well,
game, so.
Congrats to Mitchell Guthmiller for having a president of the fan club. So, you know, that's what we have tonight.
I don't know if I'm qualified to be president or not, but
first at least.
Well, yes.
One of the founding members. Should be a fun one here tonight. Those starting lineups on the field brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill, a fantastic restaurant here in downtown Volga. Yum. Downtown Volga, amazing Chislik burgers, chicken, and more. Get the bucket of balls with whatever you order. You know, the whole family can just munch on some cheese balls just like that. Good friends, good food, good times. Mm-hmm. CC's Bar and Grill.
There you go.
Bringing us our starting lineups. Parker will be kicking off to begin our matchup tonight. Kicking for the Pheasants, that is number 15. That's Colston Doubleday. He is a freshman tight end. And there is underway.
Good kick right
short
down
squibber.
The middle. Actually, a pretty good spot.
Valley's just going to jump on that. I'm not sure on the number who was trying to pick that up, but he decided to just jump on it instead. Probably a good idea. That is number
8, is it? Looks like number 8. Isn't that Broden?
Or 5. That might have been Wyatt Hart, our quarterback.
That
yeah, it was.
Too.
It was Wyatt Hart that just decided to jump on that, and probably a good decision.
Yes, most definitely there for sure. But
so 1st and 10 for our Sioux Valley Cossacks. They will start on their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. See what our Sioux Valley Cossacks can do. That's Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He's got Guthmiller right behind him. Bad snap, and Wyatt Hart's got to jump on that.
That's
so an interesting start. Is that what you want to call that?
Not the way you want to have the first play go.
So we'll make it 2nd and, oh boy, that looks like an 8-yard loss there. Almost
18,
8. We'll call it 7. How's that? So 2nd and 17 coming. So after the 7-yard loss on the snap through Wyatt Hart's legs, he will again be in shotgun. He's got Guthmiller right behind him. They hand it off around the left side, and Guthmiller's got some space.
Mitchell.
He gets across the original line of scrimmage, gets a few more. It'll be 3rd and manageable at least. Referees are going to put that on the Sioux Valley 33-yard line. We'll have a 2nd and 6 from there.
About a 12-yard game there, at least for Mitch Miller there. Just fan.
Let's call it 3rd and 5, Carms. How's that sound?
3rd and 5.
Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller right behind him. Hand off to Guthmiller right up the middle. That is going to be close. I think he's about 1.5 yards short. Now, our Sioux Valley Cossacks have been going 4-down territory all season long. This seems like another prime spot for that, as the referees will put it on the 36-yard line of Sioux Valley. It's 4th and 2. And there it is. They're going to line up and go for this. So that's Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Logan Moan now next to him. Guthmiller and Teskey out wide. Checking with the sideline for another sign. Hart and Moan switch spots. And that is Wyatt Hart that'll follow Logan Moan right through the hole. And it looks like he's got enough. Yeah, he does.
Got it, but
he got a gain of 3 yards there. So we'll call that a 1st and 10 as Sioux Valley keeps this possession rolling.
There was not a lot of room to spare there, but they did get it by.
Got it by about 1 yard. It looks like they're going to place that on the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Sioux Valley from their own 39. Wyatt Hart, once again, he'll be in shotgun. He's going to have Logan Moan next to him. Sioux Valley comes out 4 wide. Look at that formation, Carms.
It's not done very often, but
that's Guthmiller in motion. They hand it off to him. He follows Logan Moan around the hole, and he's got room. He kind of slips a little bit, but he's got enough for a 1st down out there. Looked like he was trying to plant his foot to get around the corner again, and the old feet just came out from underneath him. But this is Sioux Valley with another 1st down across midfield now as they put the ball on the Parker 49-yard line. Brody Holland coming off. Broden Teskey back in.
Couple really nice solid runs now from Mitchell Guthmiller already for the Cossacks.
All right, for this, we've got 3 wide as far as receivers go out there. Guthmiller all the way back, Wyatt Hart in shotgun. They roll out to the right. It's
Option.
a pitch to the right. That is Guthmiller on the far sideline, diving for the first down. And I think he stepped out. He did. They're going to place him back.
Just a bit short, but what a great effort.
They're going to say that we got a flag on the play, too. I didn't see the flag come on. Yeah, we got a holding call out there. All right.
Well, that changes some things.
So they put the ball on the Parker 47. We're going to go 10 yards from there.
About what, 2nd and 18?
Yeah, I think so.
So we
Look
got
at
a
you.
ways to go here.
Referees are now all looking at each other and trying to decide where they want to start the. Now they went to midfield. That's not where the flag was. All right. So they will place the ball on the Sioux Valley 43. 7, 8. Yeah, we got 1st and 18 coming up, Carms. Move my camera a little bit there so you can see that. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. That's Logan Moan. He'll hand off to him straight up the middle. That's going to be stuffed. A gain of 2.
2 maybe.
So they'll place the ball in the Sioux Valley 45. We'll have a 2nd down and 16 coming. Sioux Valley goes in hurry-up offensive mode now. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He's got Logan Moan behind him. 2 receivers out there, 2 tight ends as well. Wyatt Hart looks over the sideline, gets his offensive play call. Adjusts Logan Moan. It's a short snap. Wyatt Hart picks that up. He's going to take it to the far sideline. Fighting out of tackles. A nice gainer by Wyatt Hart down that far sideline.
About a 9 to 10 yard gain there. But again, it's still going to be 3rd.
3rd and manageable at least.
Yes.
And we do have another flag on the play. Let's see what our referee has for a call here. Looks like Parker's backing up. We got a face mask.
Face mask. Well, that's going to
there
change
you
things
are.
all over.
And that should be a 1st down as well. Yeah, they're moving the chains on the far sideline.
Yes.
So the teams have exchanged penalties on this possession for Sioux Valley. That time a face mask is going to give the Cossacks a 1st down. They're going to place the ball on the 39-yard line of the Pheasants. And that's where 1st and 10 will be for our Sioux Valley Cossacks. How you doing over there, Carms? Doing okay?
Good.
All right.
You bet.
That is Wyatt Hart in shotgun. 3 receivers out there. He's going to hand it off to Guthmiller around the right side. Short gain there, fighting for something. But it takes 2 guys to bring him down on the tackle for the Pheasants. Number 20, I believe, is that? That's Brady Byer, a sophomore linebacker.
2nd.
Gain of what, 2 there, Carms?
About 2 is all.
Yeah, we'll go 2nd and 8 from the Parker 37-yard line. I'm trying to see the angles here, Carms. See, the pros have someone in my ear. The headphones that they have, there's a producer talking to
Another
them in the
flag.
ear.
A little motion there, I believe.
Motion or a false start, something like that to blow that dead. Yeah, we've got a false start by the Sioux Valley Cossacks. That'll back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 13 coming for our Cossacks here.
This has not been a very well played start of the game. If you want to put it that way.
Well, you just did. We're throwing that out there. So on 2nd and 13, Sioux Valley comes up to the line of scrimmage. Ball is now on the Parker 42-yard line. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. 4 receivers out there again, Carms. Wyatt Hart's going to roll it out left, pitch it out to Guthmiller. He's got a lot of bodies to beat there. I think he lost a yard officially. That'll back it up to the Parker 44. It'll be 3rd and... Boy, that's about 15, isn't it? 3rd and 15-ish.
Yeah.
So that was a rollout left to the near sideline, a pitch to Guthmiller, but there was 4 defenders that snipped that out. Mitchell didn't have anywhere to go on that. So 3rd and very long now for the Sioux Valley. They've already shown that everything is about 4-down territory, so no matter the result of this, unless it goes backwards 20 yards, I think they're going for it on the next play. 4 receivers out there again. Wyatt Hart will fake the pitch, try to take it around the right side, nowhere to pitch it to. He's tackled by a gang, a flock, if you will, of Pheasants.
And he actually lost a yard or so.
Lost another yard. We're going to have 4th and 16 coming up. Sioux Valley's got to get to the Parker 29-yard line for a 1st down.
But we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot this way.
Yeah, that rollout didn't do any good. That's 2 in a row that just didn't go anywhere. Parker snipping that out early. So 4 down territory, now 4 wide again. Wyatt Hart will be in shotgun. He's going to have Logan Moan to his right. Looks like Brody Holland and Guthmiller on the near sideline. Dan Ziesen and Steinhaus. He's throwing it deep. That's Guthmiller they're looking for. I think he caught that, and they're going to say, yeah, he caught that. Fighting for it still with number 10. That is Colin Robertson. Just throw it up to Guthmiller and let him go get it.
What a catch.
Seemed like he caught that behind the back of that Robertson defenders.
I think I'll stay a member of his fan club after that.
Found a way to pull that in. A big first down for Sioux Valley as that's all the way down to the Parker 10-yard line. A red zone trip brought to us by Back Alley Meats, sponsors of our Sioux Valley Red Zones. A big first down for Sioux Valley right there.
First and goal.
Yeah, they didn't move the chains, so we got first and goal here from the 10-yard line. That's Wyatt Hart in shotgun. 3 receivers out there. Logan Moan, handoff to Moan around the right side. He'll have a short gain. Oh, fights out of that, gets down to the 5, and that's where they'll put him down at. It'll be second and goal from the Parker 5-yard line. Thought he was going to be tackled. He kind of spun out of that and kept fighting for more.
Yeah, he kind of broke a tackle there, and that's a good thing to see, but 5 yards to go for pay dirt here now.
It is.
So no more penalties, no more of that.
Just
stuff like that.
Just keep moving forward is the plan here? All right.
Move ahead, 5 yards. All we want's about 5 yards, maybe 5.5.
We should put that in a memo, Carms. Keep moving forward. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Logan Moan behind him. They'll hand off to Moan straight up the middle. He's trying to bounce, still fighting. He's going to have a very short gain. It's going to be third and goal from just inside the 5. Just nowhere to go around their right side that time. So Sioux Valley now, once again, 4 down territory. So third down here from 5 yards left to go. No chance for a first down. Barring a penalty, I guess. That would be the only chance. He can't earn one by moving forward. You can only get one on a defensive penalty of some sort. So third and goal from the 5. Wyatt Hart takes that. It's a pitch to the left. That's Guthmiller around the corner, fighting off a defender, and he'll dive by the goal line. Touchdown, Sioux Valley! Mitchell Guthmiller around the corner. And that'll count for 6 for Sioux Valley.
There's my man.
Now, again, they've been doing 4 down territory all season long. They've also been going for 2-point conversions all season long. This is another opportunity for that. But an early 6-0 lead here in the first quarter against the Parker Pheasants.
That play was student body left. Give bitch the ball and away you go.
Yeah.
And just hat in the hat. He fought his way in.
I suppose, what do you tell him? Just aim for the pylon out there? Just
aim for that goal line.
Aim for the goal line. Get there somehow.
All you got to do is touch it with the ball.
That's true. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Logan Moan. They'll hand it off to Guthmiller, who was in motion. He'll take it around the left side again. Dives for the pylon, and he'll be in. And I've got a post in my way of the view there. That's sad. We got to fix that. But it'll be an 8-0 lead for our Sioux Valley Cossacks here early in the first quarter. A challenging drive by Sioux Valley right there, but it ends in pay dirt as Mitchell Guthmiller takes it in from 5 yards out and then gets the 2-point conversion as well. A nice drive. Yes, some little bit backwards. There was a big pass play to Guthmiller to extend that all the way down to the 10-yard line, but you get points out of that.
Yeah, remember we had that bad snap at the very first play of the game. That set us back a ways, and we had a couple of penalties along the way there too, so you can't keep doing that in playoff football. You just can't keep doing that.
Yeah, unforced error is not going to do it. This first quarter tonight brought to us by GP Auto, taking care of all your car repair needs, oil changes, engine repair, tire replacement. Grant and Friends will get you back on the road. Located on the east side of Brookings by Daktronics. Call and schedule your car appointment today. Thank you, GP Auto, for being a part of this, sponsoring Sioux Valley Athletics and these Sauls Media broadcasts. An 8-0 start for Sioux Valley against these Parker Pheasants. Welcome once again, Carms, to the playoffs, my man.
There you go.
11B firing up tonight. 9-man football firing up tonight. Postseason play is here.
Even though we had a couple of not good plays, penalties, that type of thing. We overcame them, and we got the ball punched in and got the 2-point conversion. So things are looking good.
Yeah, chalk it up for 8 points, Carms. Chalk it up. Squib kick by Sioux Valley. That is picked up by Robertson. He's going to reverse his field, run into a host of defenders. That's Johnny Vermillion getting off the pile. I believe that's Guthmiller getting off the pile as well. So a nice stop by our kickoff team. I didn't see who was actually kicking off. Wyatt Nelson, who has been kicking all year, is in a boot. So he is going to be watching from the sidelines tonight, dealing with a foot, calf, ankle type of thing. But the hope is he's going to be healthy enough to go next week if we can take this game. We'll see what happens tonight. The Parker Pheasants coming out 4 wide themselves in shotgun with a running back. Their quarterback is, I'm getting his number right now. That is a handoff around the left side. He cuts it back into the middle, going nowhere. That was Tonner Peterson, the senior wide receiver. Quarterback is number 7. That's Landon Weeman, 6'4" and 210. That's a good-sized quarterback
and
for
it was
Parker.
Mitchell Guthmiller there on the tackle. About a 2nd and a 7.
Yeah, 6-ish. Yeah. Second down for the Pheasants in shotgun once again, and 4 receivers out there. Quarterback fakes it.
Blitz coming.
Looking to throw it to the right. That's an overthrow to the near sideline. He was looking for Colin Robertson. It was Guthmiller on the defense, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Parker Pheasants.
The blitz for the Cossacks was on, coming right up the middle, and they made the quarterback throw it a little bit faster than he wanted to. So that was a good outcome.
Worked out well for Sioux Valley. Forcing a 3rd down. Ball is just on the Parker 44-yard line there. So quarterback Landon Weeman, he is in shotgun. He's got trips to the right this time. They're all close to the tight end there. Takes that shotgun snap, looking to throw once again. That is over the middle. Dan Ziezen there. Also Logan Moan there, but the ball is going to land on the ground. They was looking for number 12, I believe. Sullivan Sattler, a sophomore. But the play will be incomplete, and it looks like Parker doesn't want to play the 4-down territory type of thing, so they are going to bring a punt team out, I believe. Kind of a shift change for the Pheasants. They'll play the field position game down 8-0 early. Punting for the Pheasants. I can't see his number either.
It's hard to tell from here right at the moment.
Yeah, 34 maybe ish. Back to receive. That'll be Braden Dan Ziezen for Sioux Valley. Good snap. The ball is away.
High kick,
it's a high kick, but
short.
not very far. Logan Moan getting away from it. And the ball is just going to die at the Sioux Valley 35-yard line, so that's where the Cossacks will start their second possession. 1st and 10 from there. With an 8-0 lead. Time to add to it, Carms. What do you think of that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You're in agreement?
Yes.
All right. Well, all right. We'll send that memo down to the sidelines as well.
You know, we kind of had a not clean touchdown drive the first possession, but now let's have a clean one here now, and with the same result.
With the same result, of course, yes. Touchdowns all night long. That's what we're dealing with.
About 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Wyatt Hart, he's in shotgun. That is Moan. Handoff to Moan around the left side. He's got some room out there.
Moan.
Gain of about 8. They'll put him across the 40. They're going to put him down at the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2 coming up for Sioux Valley. Good run by Logan Moan right there. And Sioux Valley plays hurry up. One receiver each way. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Logan Moan behind him. He's going to look at the sideline for the call.
Parker is faking the blitz here at the moment.
Handoff. Moan right up the middle. He'll have enough. I believe he gets across the 45. Maybe without a measure, they're just going to move the sticks.
Yeah, he was past the yard line.
Okay, so they get it.
He was.
They're going to put that on the 45-yard line. We're going to have 1st and 10 Sioux Valley from there. Logan Moan just enough to get the first down. So they're moving forward so far, Carl.
Yes.
So far.
Let's keep it that way.
Wyatt Hart in shotgun once again. He's got Guthmiller next to him this time. Takes that snap. He's going to run behind Guthmiller around that right side, fighting through some linebackers. Nice. He'll have a gain of about 5 there, Carms.
Yes, it looked like he was hung up a couple yards in, but he kept the feet churning, and by golly, very excellent run there by Wyatt Hart.
They're going to place the ball right at midfield, so it is 2nd and 5 from the midfield stripe. Wyatt Hart will be in shotgun once again. Guthmiller a couple yards behind him. Hand off to Guthmiller, trying to go up the middle. He's going to try to bounce that outside as well, and that's where he'll be bottled up. Going to be a no gain, maybe a loss of a foot, maybe. They're going to place that right on midfield
really
once again.
No gain at all, but
if it's a loss, it's a very short loss. They gave him basically about a half-yard loss there is all. So 3rd and a long 5. How's that?
There you go. Let's pick this thing up here.
Parker keying on Mitchell Guthmiller, as a lot of defensive has done this year. 4 receivers out there for Sioux Valley. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. They're going to roll it out to the left. The flag is down, and that is going to be returned. That pitch was grabbed out of midair, not caught. He knocks it to the ground, but if it went backwards, then it's just a fumble recovery, and Parker runs it in. So officially a fumble recovery return for a touchdown for Parker from 45 yards out. That was number 21 that sniffed that out. Carter Behrens, a freshman out there. Defensive back. He saw the pitch going to Guthmiller, jumped in front of it, didn't catch it, knocked it to the ground, picked it up, and then ran the rest of the way. But it is a touchdown for the Parker Pheasants. So they do a good job of putting 6 on the board with a defensive fumble return for a score. And now they will go for 2. Parker still missing a player as they'll run him on from the sidelines. Their quarterback, number 7, that's Landon Wyman. He's in shotgun. He's got 3 receivers out there, 1 man in motion. They're going to hand that to Robertson right up the middle. Colin Robertson is going to be in for the 2-point conversion. And yes, we are tied at 8, Coach Carms. A pitch to Mitchell Guthmiller, basically intercepted and knocked down. But since it went backwards, that was a live ball, and Parker ran it in from 45 yards out to tie this game at 8 with 36 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yes, that's one thing about this game. You can't have too many turnovers in playoff football and expect to do very well. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen again here tonight.
Yeah, we just talked about some unforced errors and trying to minimize those with the penalties and now a turnover that gets returned. That'll be the talk of the first half here of just those unforced errors, man. They will add up if you keep putting them on the board. Unforced errors will do it. So the Parker Pheasants now tied at 8 on the 45-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. They'll line to kick this off. Their kicker is number 15. Yes, 15. Colston Doubleday, a freshman linebacker. His opening kickoff was just a squibber. The kickoffs tonight, another sponsor that I forgot to do. Bell Brands, the makers of the mini baby bells, the snack cheese of champions. They are the sponsors of our opening kickoff, and, well, we'll just call them the sponsor for all the kickoffs. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sure.
Great stuff. You should work there.
I should work there. In fact, I did for 12 hours today.
Aha!
That's why I was so out of sorts and why our pregame was not even half plugged in. Running myself ragged. Working, calling stuff, driving myself crazy, Carms. There is a short kickoff. Dropped on the turf once again. I think that was Weston Pitts that was trying to catch that and run with it.
Number 14, yes it was.
Yeah, Weston Pitts. He jumps on it. So, Sioux Valley now, after giving up the fumble return for a score, will have first down once again. Ball's going to be placed on the Sioux Valley 35-yard line. They'll have 1st and 10 from there.
Well, let's try this again here.
Yeah, the forward talk, right? The move it forward type of
the forward.
idea.
You're going forward stuff. I must have jinxed us.
Yeah. If we say move backwards, will that reverse that? No, that's bad mojo. We don't want to do that, Carms. Whitehart in shotgun. He's got Guthmiller to his right. A couple of receivers out there as well. Dan Ziesen in motion. Whitehart takes that snap, hands off to Guthmiller. He's trying to go around left side, spins. He'll get a couple out of that down to the 38-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up for Sioux Valley. They try a hurry-up offense once again where they just line up. Now they're going to head back to a huddle. And I think this will run the quarter out, maybe. Yeah, 13-12. I think they're going to be okay with running the quarter out. And we'll probably move to the second quarter. Yeah, now Sioux Valley walking to the sideline. So that's how our first quarter is going to end. We're going to be tied at 8. We'll switch sides and have the Sioux Valley Cossacks heading to the south end zone now. Tied at 8. Sioux Valley had the opening drive on their offense where, yes, there was a penalty or two, but they kept running around the corners, getting nice gainers out of that. And on a very long third down play, that's when they threw it to Guthmiller all the way down to the 10-yard line. He takes it in a couple plays later from 5 yards out. That's the score.
That was a heck of a catch, too, let me tell you.
It was. It seems like he wrapped that catch around his defender's back.
That was
making for quite the highlight, I guess, if you want to call it that. But
just like you're watching on TV, slow motion replays, for up there. That was just a fantastic catch there during that time.
So
absolutely fantastic.
It'll be 2nd and 7 when we come back, Carms. For Parker, the 8 points that they got off of the fumble recovery, it was a pitch that was coming to the near sideline, and Whitehart pitched it to Guthmiller, but a heads-up play by number 21 out there, Carter Behrens, the freshman defensive back. He jumped in front of that pitch, knocked it to the ground, but it was backwards, still a live ball, still a fumble. He picks it up and then scampers in for 45 yards out.
Yeah, it bounced about the perfect way for him, and you couldn't get a better gift in playoff football.
Worked out pretty well for the Pheasants as they tie it at 8. The second quarter tonight is going to be brought to us by a new sponsor, Big Sioux Plumbing. I'll tell you all about them after this play. Sioux Valley starting their second quarter now. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. Dan Ziesen in motion. Hand off to Guthmiller around the right side. He spins into the middle, and he'll be close to a first down. Going to be a couple yards short yet. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3, it looks like, where they place that on the Sioux Valley 42-yard line. Got to get to the 45. Big Sioux Plumbing, our second quarter sponsor tonight. Thank you to Neil and friends at Big Sioux Plumbing. Water problems at home or your business can be flooding. Neil is a big Sioux Valley supporter, especially on the wrestling side. He was more than happy to be a part of football in the fall.
Hand off to Guthmiller.
Guthmiller around the near sideline, fighting off some defenders, delivers a blow, and he will have enough for a first down. Had to get to the 45, gets to midfield. 1st and 10, Sioux Valley from there. That last guy he hit was number 20, Brady Byer, sophomore linebacker. Guthmiller just putting his head down, putting his shoulder pad down, and fighting his way to the midfield stripe. 1st and 10, Sioux Valley. So 3 receivers out there this time. That is Kellen Tucker on the far sideline. Tobin Squires, he moves to the left
right
end.
Formation.
Dan Ziesen in motion. They hand off to Guthmiller around the left side. He tried to bounce that out, almost fought out of that. That could have been a big gain. There was only one man left to beat, and it was just a shoestring tackle. But it'll be a loss of 1 for Guthmiller around that left side. 2nd and 11 coming up for Sioux Valley.
Yeah, Parker's really been keying on Guthmiller here this game. You can see a couple guys moving right now with him wherever he goes here when the play starts.
Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He's got Guthmiller to his left. Dan Ziesen in motion. Fake to Dan Ziesen. Now we're going to throw it Tobin Squires right over the middle. He brings that in. Big gainer for Tobin Squires. And he gets it all the way down to the Parker 26-yard line. A big catch on 2nd down. The big tight end, big fella Tobin Squires. He is 6'7" and 240. Let's use that more. Big catch over the middle for Tobin Squires.
That was a good 25, 26-yard catch. And, he's a big guy and throw it up there. He was passing right on the money, and, man, fantastic play.
Big target. First and 10, Sioux Valley now down at the 26-yard line of the Pheasants. Wyatt Hart will hand that off to Guthmiller, trying to get it right on the right side. Nowhere to go there. Big stop. That is number 2 on the tackle, Benson Jones, 6'1", 205. He's a junior linebacker. He makes the play against Guthmiller, and that'll be a 4-yard loss. That backs Sioux Valley up to the Parker 30-yard line. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Cossacks. As you mentioned, they are keying on Guthmiller, as a lot of teams have been doing.
Oh, yes.
Just kind of a spy on him at times. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He's got Moan. Guthmiller, he's going to keep it himself. Follow those 2 through the hole around the right side. Makes a cut. Gets all the way up to the 21-yard line.
Nice run.
So that'll make a 3rd and manageable situation. Looks like 3rd and 5 coming, Carms. Nice run by Wyatt Hart around the right side.
2nd and 5 from the 21.
So for Sioux Valley now, 3rd and 5 from the Parker 21-yard line. Wyatt Hart, he is in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. They move Tobin Squires to the right side.
Double tight ends to the right.
Dan Ziesen in motion. They bring him to the right. Wyatt Hart's going to follow them all up the right side. Get a short gain. Not enough for a first down, but as we've mentioned already tonight, Sioux Valley does do 4-down territory. We don't really have a place kicker, so a field goal is no chance, and you're too close to punt it. So it's going to be 4th and short. Looks like a long 3 just inside the 20-yard line. They got it placed at the 19. He's got to get to the 16. 4th and 3 coming up. We do not have cheerleaders, but the student section doing their best. It is hunting night for the student section. They're all in camouflage and orange. Looks like the world's largest duck blind down there. Hand off to Guthmiller, fighting for the 16, still on his feet, and he is going to end up
he did not get it
short, I believe. They're going to put that down at the 18-yard line. He'll end up 2 yards short. So it'll be a turnover on downs for Sioux Valley as Parker does a defensive stand in their own territory. So we'll be tied at 8 still here in the second quarter as Parker's going to take over and have a 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Good defensive stand by the Pheasants there. Once again, they keyed on Guthmiller coming around the right side. Just too many bodies to fight off. You can fight off one of them around the corner, but not 4 of them. So for Parker, that's Landon Weeman, their quarterback. He's in shotgun. He's got 3 receivers out there, running back right next to him, and now we've got a
on the play
whistle to stop it dead. Normally that's an offensive thing, and it is. That'll be a false start. That'll back up the Pheasants by 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming for Parker. Tied at 8 here in the second quarter here at Cossack Field. Sioux Valley student section reminding the Parker Pheasants that they can't do that. Carms.
Well, yeah, something you don't want to be consistent at.
Penalties? Yeah, that's probably not a great idea. Parker Pheasants now, 1st and 15 inside their own 20-yard line now. Weeman's going to take that. This will be basically a screen left. And that's sniffed out. Kellen Tucker on the tackle.
I bet Kellen Tucker, fantastic.
He's joined by 55. It'd be Holden Rusink that helped on that tackle as well. So a nice job by the Sioux Valley defense. It's a very short gain, if anything.
Yeah, there really was no gain there at all. So fantastic play there by the Cossacks.
We'll call it 2nd and 16. Looks like he might have lost one on that. Ball is at the Parker 13-yard line now.
Okay, we got twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left.
Weeman in shotgun. Running back right next to him is going to take that, looking to throw
Pass
it on the right
time
side. Right over the middle, and it's Dan Ziesen on the defense.
Dan Ziesen, nice job.
Trying to throw that into Nolan Mitzner, a sophomore wide receiver, but it was too hot for him to handle, and it'll be 3rd down and long coming up for the Pheasants. One of those Asian beetles just bounced off the back of my neck. I don't like that, Carms.
They like you. You're just a sweet guy.
They loved me in Elk Point last week as well as we started that game. Thought it when it got to that cold at night, they'd go away. But come on, Carms. Get these things out of here.
7.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Parker backed up to their own 14, 13-yard line. Weeman will take that shotgun snap. Looking to throw it once again over the middle. That's a low throw, and that'll go incomplete. But we got a flag coming in from the back judge. Looks like Steinhaus is going to be called for defensive pass interference. And that is a huge help for the Parker Pheasants.
Huge help.
Now, in the NFL, that's an automatic first down, but I don't think that's the case here in high school.
In high school, but
they're going to call that a defensive hold. We'll repeat third down, but third and manageable for the Parker Pheasants this time as they place the ball on the Parker 23. So it'll be third and a long 5 from there.
5, yes. Mm-hmm.
So Sioux Valley trying to make the stop here. That throw officially not great. That was in the turf to his receiver.
Yeah, it's not a good throw,
but I guess if you get the defensive hold out of that, you can move it ahead 10 yards one way or another. Weeman in shotgun now, moving a receiver into motion. He'll hand it off to his running back right next to him. That's Robertson.
Nice,
and it'll be stuffed. Who's at the bottom of that pile? Preston Top gets up. Johnny Vermillion getting up out of that. Tobin Squires is there. 52, that's Drake Schmuck looking on that pile as well. Nice stop by the Sioux Valley defense, and it looks like that is going to force a punt.
Well, 4th and 3, 4th and a long 2.
It's 4th and 3. Parker with number 14. No, they don't have a 14. Maybe it's 24. Jackson Anderson.
Dan Ziesen is back deep.
Back to punt. Dan Ziesen ready to return this. It's not a bad punt. It's going to be close to midfield. Dan Ziesen telling everyone to get out of the way, and it'll roll dead at the Sioux Valley 48-yard line. Down there by the Parker Pheasants. So our Sioux Valley Cossacks will take over from there. Another 1st and 10 coming for Sioux Valley. Good field position to start. How you doing there, Carms?
Let's get something done here now. Let's get another score on the board.
You want the move forward idea again?
Without any of the
without any of the muckety muck.
The extra stuff.
All right, then. I'll send that memo out. Sioux Valley's got 4 receivers out there this time. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. That's Logan Moan behind him.
It's
Gus Miller in motion. They pitch it to him. He's trying to get around the near sideline. He'll get to the sideline, cut it back in, get a couple more yards. He gets across midfield. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, they're going to put that at the Parker 49-yard line. So 7 yards left to go. Getting up to the 6-minute mark left here in the first half. Second quarter is brought to us by Big Sioux Plumbing. Thank you, Neil, for being a part of the fall sports and wrestling as we're going to start that up here in about a month.
Trips to the left here for us now.
3 receivers lined up on the far sideline. Wyatt Hart in shotgun, brings Gus Miller in motion, fakes the pitch, take it up the left side, and he'll be thrown down forward almost to the 45-yard line. Be 3rd and 4 coming up for Sioux Valley as that linebacker, number 17, is that the number I saw? Maybe it was 20 or 16. 20 would be Brady Byer. There is no 16 out there. There's a 15, Colston Doubleday. Whoever that linebacker was for the Parker Pheasants grabbed a hold of Wyatt Hart as he was going around the left side and threw him down, but threw him forward.
Yes.
So he gave him another 2 yards.
Well, you got to take those as they come. Just got to take them.
3rd and manageable for our Cossacks. A long 4. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Gus Miller, handoff to him. Around the right side. He cuts to the near sideline. Fighting off a couple of defenders. He'll have enough for a first down. He gets inside the Parker 40-yard line. They'll put him down at the Parker 37. 1st and 10 coming up for Sioux Valley.
Calling first down, Mitch.
Good run around the corner for Gus Miller that time. Sioux Valley trying to move fast here. Gets up to the line, gets ready. Dan Ziesen on the near sideline. Teskey, kind of an H-back, handoff to Gus Miller. Around the right side, he's got space this time. He'll get up to the 25-yard line. Gain of about 12. That'll be another first down for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. And now a timeout by the Parker Pheasants as the Pheasants want to have a conversation. The head coach for Parker, Scott Hybertson. Head coaching for our Sioux Valley Cossacks, that's Jordan Fast. And they'll have conversations on both sidelines, but a great run around the right side by Mitchell Guthmiller that time.
Yeah, you can't let number 6 for Sioux Valley have that, run that clean. They did a pretty good job here before that, but these last 2-3 runs for Mitch has just gotten a good yardage every time.
He does. It's because he's a good running back. He's a strong running back. I mean, you're talking about a star running back and a SDSU recruit at 6'4" and 200 pounds. That's a big running back as far as even the 11B situation goes. We saw a big running back last week in Elk Point.
Oh, boy, did we.
He was 6'3" and 225. He's a load. If we would win this and it plays out in the bracket the way that we think it will, with Elk Point taking part of Flanders tonight,
guess what?
We get a trip right down to Elk Point next Thursday. But we got to take care of this one first. 8-8 is our score, tied with 4.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Parker officially kicked off to start the game. They're going to receive the ball to start the second half. So it is ultra important that our Sioux Valley Cossacks put something on the board. Wyatt Hart is going to fake that pitch to Dan Ziesen, takes it up the middle. He fights across.
Nice run.
And he'll get to just outside of the Parker 20-yard line. So a nice run there. It'll be 2nd and 4 coming up. Not quite to the back alley meets red zone trip yet. Hoping we get to say that here in the next play here for Sioux Valley. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. A couple of receivers out there as well. Dan Ziesen in motion. Fake the handoff to Dan Ziesen. Wyatt Hart's going to take that right up the middle. He'll have enough to get across the 15-yard line. They'll put him down at the Parker 13. That'll be first down for Sioux Valley.
Range.
And it's a red zone trip for the Sioux Valley Cossacks, brought to us by Back Alley Meats, man, a fantastic butcher shop downtown Volga. Whatever you need for some grilling out. It's still warm enough to grill out, Carms. You can still do, some brats and burgers and steaks on the grill.
Oh, see a fire over there on the other side of the field.
Little bonfire for our friends that are neighbors here. Thank you, Back Alley Meats, for being a sponsor. Handoff to Guthmiller, straight up the middle. Fighting out tacklers, still spinning.
Couple more.
He'll get just outside of the 5-yard line. They're going to put him down at the Parker 8-yard line. So a 2nd and 5 coming up for Sioux Valley.
Yeah.
They can still get a first down, but they got to get inside the 4-yard line to make that happen.
They had kind of Mitchell spinning around like a top there the last 2 or 3 hits they tried to get out of him there, but
hard runner. Tough to bring down. That'll be Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. Wyatt Hart's just going to follow Guthmiller around the right side, now cutting it back into the middle, and he'll be tackled but thrown down 2 yards farther than what he started. He gets it down to the 5. It'll be 3rd and 1. A long one, Carms, coming up for Sioux Valley.
Yes.
As the clock ticks away, we're under 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Wyatt Hart will be in shotgun once again. Guthmiller right behind him.
Double tight end for the Cossacks.
Wyatt Hart's going to hand that out to Guthmiller around the right side. He'll get inside the 5. He'll be called down on the 5. What kind of spot is that? All right. Interesting. That'll be no gain. It'll be 4th and 1 from there.
Tell you, if that guy didn't tackle him, he was gone. There was nobody left. But it was a very excellent tackle there for
nice
Parker.
job by that linebacker right there.
And it's not always easy to take down number 6.
Sioux Valley with a long 1 left to go here. 4th and 1. They can get a first down, but we got to get inside the 3-yard line, inside the 4. Be a timeout by Sioux Valley. Jordan Fast wants to have a conversation with his guys on a critical 4th down play. This timeout brought to us by the Man Cave Barbershop, a fantastic barbershop on South Madera in Brookings, right across from Brookings High School, right across from Bob Sheldon Field, the baseball field there as well.
It's officially the 2-minute warning here now before the halftime here in the NFL. No, well, I guess that's the NFL. But
yeah, more NFL than anything else. But
2 minutes here exactly before the half.
All right. Well, we'll expect you to stop that in 2 minutes. No, good job there, Carms. See, we have a different scoreboard in here. We're using our phone to do that. Doing what we can to keep everything up to date and relevant, but it is a 4th down play for Sioux Valley. 2 minutes left to go in this first half. This is critical, man. Parker's going to get the
This is a big
kickoff
play.
to start the second half. They'll be the first to receive it.
Very big play here now for both teams.
So they got to put something on the board here, man. Want to have a lead going to halftime and see how that can play out for the second half. But this is critical here. 4th and 1, man. This is another opportunity for Sioux Valley. Some fans in front of us getting on their feet.
Do you think they'll be keying on number 6?
I believe they will. They've been doing that the whole first half. See if Guthmiller is a decoy on this. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller, they'll hand it off to him right up the middle. He's going to dive. Tough spot once again. It looks like it's inside the 4. No motion by the referees yet on what that is. That typically means that they're going to bring the chains out, and they will. They know this is critical as well. That's not a great spot.
not a
Didn't he
great
get
spot,
inside that 4-yard line?
I'm not feeling real confident.
So it's at about the 3.5, and that's kind of where that first down marker is. So our referees will get their markings done and bring the chains out. A critical measurement as well, Carms. They give it to Guthmiller up the middle on a 4th and a long 1.
And here comes the chain gang all the way
chain
across
gang.
from the other side of the field.
Taking their time as they roll out there. I'm trying to get us in on that so we can all see what's going on. They'll stretch that chain out. A referee just happens to be standing in our way. Parker seems to like it, and there's reason to do it. Sioux Valley stops short on a 4th and a long 1 with 2 minutes left to go in this first half. And Parker holds once again, the second time they've turned over our Sioux Valley Cossacks on downs, this time inside the 5-yard line. So with just under 2 minutes left to go, Parker's going to take over. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 4.
But that measurement had to be really, really close, though.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a nice look at that, but a referee was standing right in the way of our camera angle.
But there was not. He didn't miss it by much. It is.
So Parker will come out under center now inside their own 5-yard line. That'll be Weeman that'll just try to run it around the right side. He's got some space, squirts up to about the 15. He'll be close to a first down. We're going to stop the clock quickly as they move the chains. And then they'll fire it up once everything is set and the chain gang's in place. There it is. There's our fire up. Weeman, who took that snap under center, just kind of squirted around that right side and found a way to get 10 yards out of that. So Parker now 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Weeman will be back in shotgun, more traditional for the Pheasants. 4 wide. They bring one man in motion. Hand off to him. Nope. Wyman pulls it back. He'll run it up the middle once again. And he'll be close to another first down as that gets near the 24-yard line. Looks like it'll be 2nd and a 1 left to go for the Parker Pheasants.
Another good run there by the quarterback.
Yeah, that's Landon Wyman. He's a senior quarterback, 6'4", 210 pounds. 2 good runs for him in a row as he's gobbled up 19 yards in 2 run plays. Coming up on a minute left here in the first half.
Here's a pass.
Weeman's going to throw this, looking over the middle. Now he's under pressure. He'll throw it to an underneath receiver off of his face mask. Tonner Peterson, the man intended. But it'll go incomplete off of his face. And it'll be 3rd and 1.
50 seconds left here in the first half here at Cossack
Field.
Stadium.
We'll go stadium. I like that better.
Yeah.
That sounds better,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
Cossack Stadium. 3rd and 1 from the Parker 23-yard line. They've been trying to throw it a lot in this first half. The quarterback not all that accurate so far. This is a handoff around the right side, and that's going to be stuffed. Who is that man getting off the turf? That was, I can't see the number. Everything is all jumbled up.
Is it Johnny? No.
56. Is that Gundy?
Yes.
Gunderson on the stop.
It is
So
down
great job,
to
Gundy.
4th.
Senior defensive lineman. That is officially a 4th down play now as Gunderson forces that. Parker is more than happy to let this run down. I think Jordan Fast is going to call a timeout now and stop the clock at 24 seconds left to go. Another big fourth down play. We just saw that about a minute and a half ago by our Sioux Valley Cossacks as they were stopped short on 4th and a long one inside the Parker 5-yard line. Now Sioux Valley trying to do the favor of stopping Parker on a fourth down play here. They've been punting the whole first half, so I got to assume a punt is coming, right? They don't want to hand this over to Sioux Valley with 20 seconds left to go.
I wouldn't want to take that chance. For me, anyway, I sure wouldn't take that chance, not in the playoff game. But
not even a great idea to fake this. I mean, they're tied right now on the road in the playoffs.
Yes, just before the half, I mean, it was at the end of the game, maybe. It was,
yeah, if it was in a situation where you had to do something, then yeah, sure. But with 20 seconds left to go here in this first half, you've got a tie game on the road in the first round of the playoffs. I feel like there is a punt coming. I think Jordan Fast was just stopping the clock there knowing a punt was coming to give his offense some time left rather than Parker just running off all the time.
Yes, that was the second timeout by Sioux Valley this half.
So they will. They'll send their punter back there. 24, Jackson Anderson on the punt. Dan Ziesen back to field this. Let's have Dan Ziesen run one back. What do you think about that, Carms?
Oh, that'd be fun.
They kick it away from Dan Ziesen on the far sideline. It's going to bounce out of bounds. No, it does not roll out of bounds. It just died right there and used 2 or more seconds. So Sioux Valley now.
14 seconds left.
Sioux Valley with 1st and 10 on the Parker 48-yard line. 14 seconds. I don't think you run here, right, Carms? We're going to air this out. A couple plays maybe if they can.
Well, if we got maybe a little trick play or something. You know, we've seen a halfback pass here last week.
You want to bust out the hook and ladder right now? Let's do that.
Something like that. Yeah. You know.
Sioux Valley comes out 4 wide.
Something fun.
Wyatt Hart will send Logan Moan in motion. They're going to throw it down the far sideline, looking in the middle. And that's Steinhaus right through his hands. He would have had a first down inside the 30-yard line, but it went right through him. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Parker 48.
9 seconds left.
With 9 seconds left to go in this first half.
We got
a good play, a good pass. Just Steinhaus couldn't bring that in. So 2nd down coming up. You ran us out of time, Carms.
I see that.
9 seconds left to go. We won't try to set it up.
9 seconds left, yes.
Trips on the near sideline for Sioux Valley. They send Guthmiller in motion. Wyatt Hart receives a snap. He's going to have to... We got all sorts of flags down. I think we got a holding penalty coming.
Whatever it is, it's
Flags
not good.
from everywhere. Now a white hat comes down, too.
3 seconds left on the clock.
Referees will talk about this as there's 3 flags on the play and a referee hat.
All sorts of laundry, different colored laundry. On the field.
That means that that referee in the back of that saw 2 penalties. He threw the flag, didn't have anything left, and he had to drop the flag to do that.
It could be where the play exactly happened to. It might be just a marker for the play, but
here we go. Here's our at least hand motion.
Holding.
There's a holding. Declined.
Ineligible.
Ineligible downfield, and that will be accepted. And a loss of down. It'll be 3rd down and long for Sioux Valley as they place that at the Sioux Valley 37-yard line.
It's about 3rd down and Bruce to go here.
3rd down and Bruce. They got to get to the other 37-yard line, 38-yard line. So, yeah, we've got 24, 3rd and 24 from the Sioux Valley 37-yard line.
It's a heck of a ways.
With 3 seconds left in the half, 4 wide receivers out there.
Probably
Wyatt Hart takes that.
The last play.
Be a pitch to Guthmiller around the near sideline, and he'll roll. And that's going to run out our first half clock as he gets to about the 35-yard line, maybe the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the first half. They were tied at 8 as we head to halftime. So, I'll take that from you. We're going to go through a little halftime show here. This is the Health Source halftime show, Carms. As how we do, Health Source Chiropractic sponsors of our Health Source halftime show. Let me find my stuff here. Experience top quality care at Health Source Chiropractic on 22nd Avenue in Brookings, right across from the water tower. To find lasting pain relief, Justin and Luke can take great care of you. If you've got, a spine that's out of whack, maybe you got some muscle problems, joint aches, head on down to Health Source Chiropractic, and they'll straighten you out, man.
I need
we
that.
got a chiropractor for you, we got hair cutters, and we got food for you. We're trying to take care of you, Carms. Thank you, Health Source Chiropractic, being our sponsor of the halftime show. A look around 11B action, Coach
11B
Carms.
action. Clark Willow Lake leads Groton 22-9. That is at the end of the first half. Elk Point Jefferson leads Flandreau 28-6, just before the half. Wagner leads Chamberlain 27-0. That is at the end of the first half. St. Thomas More leads Hot Springs, two rivals there, 17-7. And that's just before the half. Dual leads McCook Central Montrose 22-14. That's in Dual tonight. Mount Vernon Plankington at the end of the third period leads Mobridge Pollock 26-12. Winner leads Woonsocket Western Springs Sanborn Central 20-12. There's 6 minutes left in the game there.
I guess in my eyes, that's the only surprise, but it's the Winter Warriors, so I guess I'm not surprised, really. But it is in Weston Springs. That's Winter with a lead on the road here in the first round of the playoffs. So however you want to take that, no really surprises there. That'll move us to 9AA. My Elkton Lake Bend Elks, a big lead at home. Elkton Lake Bend went up to Hamlin, got a win there last week, and became the 2 seed in 9AA. 35-0 over those DeSmet Bulldogs in Elkton tonight. Other scores around the 9AA action. Hanson, a big lead over Viborg Hurley. That is surprising, actually, right there. Kimball White Lake lead over Britton Hecla. Hamlin up 50-0 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. That's over Scotland Menno, so no surprise there. Marion Freeman Academy, a big lead with 3 minutes left in the second quarter over Garrettson. No surprise there. Parkston, a big lead over Bennett County. The Bonhomme Cavaliers, a lead over the Gorillas with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And our friends out in Hill City welcoming the Great Plains Lutheran. What are they, the Wildcats up there? What are Great Plains Lutheran? Come on, man. You're my mascot guy. Now I got to look
I should know it.
Great Plains Lutheran, the Panthers up there.
There you go.
Making the 9+ hour drive out to Hill City, and they are down 16-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Our friends in Hill City, the Rangers, with a lead early in the first half.
In Class 11A, again, this is the last game of the regular season for them. West Central leads Vermilion 27-10. Lennox, number 3 Lennox, leads number 2 Del Rapids. If I get this right.
There you go.
20-7.
I think you got it.
That's at the halftime there, so there's a big thing there. Yep. Yay, Lennox. Madison leads Millbank 14-6. Belfouche leads Rapid City Christian 7-0. Sioux Falls Christian leads Dakota Valley 33-3. And Canton leads Tri-Valley 17-13.
So that's action in 11A, you say? All right, we'll move to the 9A ranks. Some playoff games in 9-man football there. 9A, Alcester Hudson, a 20-0 lead over Dubrook right now. That is 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Phillip, a big lead at home over the Estline Hendricks Redhawks. That's 22-8 at halftime. Ipswich takes care of Harding County Bison. They send them home on a long road trip, 58-8. That is a final now. Castlewood Warriors have a big lead over Dupree, 46-12. That's in Castlewood tonight. They're officially in the fourth quarter now. Your Howard Tigers up 22-14 over the Centerville Tornadoes tonight. That's in Howard. They're at halftime, 22-14, the lead for Howard. Platte Geddes the lead over Lyman. The Warner Monarchs taking care of Timber Lake so far, and the Wall Eagles, the number 1 team in 9A, 55-0 over Lemon McIntosh with 1 minute left in the second quarter. That game is going to end at halftime. The 50-point spread will do it.
And then playoff games in 9B. Harriet Selby area leads Canastota 20-0. There's just 10 minutes left in the game there. Sully Buttes 26, Hitchcock to Laird, 0. That's with 8 minutes left in the third. Sioux Falls Lutheran leads Iroquois Lake Preston 34-6. Faulkton leads Burke 40-16. Avon beat Oldham Ramona Rutland, or leading Oldham Ramona Rutland 44-0 with 2 minutes left in the
Yeah, that's a pretty good Avon team. They're one of the favorites in 9B. The other favorite in 9B is Del Rapids St. Mary's. They had already the big win tonight.
And a couple area games here. Coleman Egan leading Arlington 42-0 with just before the half.
Our third partner in crime, Bill Vincent, said they were waylaid by some road construction and pilot cars on Highway 14 trying to get back from Huron, the practice that they had with the cross-country kids. They're just unloading the bus right now and putting things away. So I don't know if he's coming up or not. I probably wouldn't, but maybe he will. It's a close game halftime. We can certainly welcome him up here.
It's just almost amazing the amount of construction on most every major highway around this area. It's just
the summertime is construction season in South Dakota, man.
It wasn't good planning anyway, but
well, at least getting back here, not good planning.
Yes,
but,
there you go.
Well, we're doing okay, Bill. If you want to join us, then have at it, man. In 11AA tonight, those Brookings Bobcats, they do have a 2-point lead over the number one team in 11AA. They are welcoming the Huron Tigers to town, the number one team, and they have an 8-6 lead at halftime at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium tonight. Sioux Falls, Washington, 27-7. That is a final over T. That was at Howard Wood. They started up at 5 o'clock tonight. Pierre, a big winner at home over Douglas tonight, 49-0. Yankton, the number 2 team in 11AA, they've got a 28-0 lead over Mitchell in Mitchell tonight. That's at halftime. And Aberdeen Central Watertown scoreless at the half. That is in Aberdeen, maybe it looks like.
Here's an upset here now in 11 AAA.
Oh, boy.
Number 3, Sioux Falls Jefferson, 24. Number 1, Brandon Valley, 21. That was Brandon.
Brandon Valley lost at home tonight.
So they lost at home to Sioux Falls Jefferson.
Might change some things around the 11 AAA ranks.
O'Gorman beat Roosevelt 42-9. Rapid City Central is beating Rapid City Stevens 19-0.
Hey, when they get together out there, Central and Stevens, do they call that game anything? Is it the Battle for Rapid City or anything like that?
I couldn't tell you that.
I don't know either, man.
I'm not really sure about that.
They should name that. Why want celebrate the thing at O'Hara Stadium out there?
But here's somebody just scored here now. But here's another couple favorites here now in 11 AAA. Sioux Falls Lincoln just scored to tie up number 4 Harrisburg. Sioux Falls Lincoln's number 2, Harrisburg's number 4 at 21 apiece.
21 apiece. That is the second game tonight at Howard Wood Field, as Howard Wood busy in Sioux Falls with some high school football happening. But a big upset, I guess, with Brandon Valley losing at home tonight. That's
Brandon
crazy,
lost
man.
At home.
Brandon Valley, one of probably the best team in South Dakota. When you get to the big boy levels like that, they just have so many more people and resources, and
it does help.
Boy. Yeah, they're at the level where 11 guys come off, and then there's 11 defenders that go out there. Our level, we play both ways.
And then we got 11 more for special teams. So
there's another group that comes in like that. The only time we ever see something like that is when we get to see Sioux Falls Christian in Class A, or even, just Class A when we see them. I mean, we don't see them in football, but we'll see them on a volleyball court. We'll see them in basketball this spring, or this winter, I guess I should say, where they'll have 5 players come off on that basketball court and another 5 come in. It's like a hockey line change. That's the only time we see something like that. Pretty crazy. Even the Bobcats play both ways at 11 AA. Just amazing, man. Brandon Valley is probably the best team out there, and they lose at home tonight. Just absolutely crazy. Further on in 11B, did we find Elk Point Jefferson somewhere? Yeah, they got 35-6 lead over Flandreau at the moment. So EPJ well on their way to moving on to that second round. Clark-Willow Lake looking to do the same thing. They're up 22-0 at home against Groton. Wagner a big lead over Chamberlain. No surprises here in 11B. Winner now, and Woonsocket Weston Springs Sanborn Central. It's an 8-point lead. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter in Wessington Springs. The Warriors have an 8-point lead, but the ball belongs to the Bucks at the moment. Trying to tie that up with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's 20-12 in Weston Springs. And look, man, if Winner wins that, I don't even call that an upset. It's the Winter Warriors, man. It's one of the top
Winter
teams.
knows how to win. You know, they've been doing it for many years, and
One of the top teams in 11B for a long time, man.
Long time.
Dual Cardinals have a lead at halftime over MCM. That's in Clear Lake tonight. Mount Vernon Plankington. That's a 20-point lead. With 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter over Mobridge Pollock. Titans trying to close that out in Mount Vernon tonight. And that brings us back to this game right here, Carms. Tied at 8 at halftime. What do our Sioux Valley Cossacks got to do, man? They got to hold on to the ball, right? That's always number one. Don't penalize yourselves. That's always number two. It seems
don't ever beat yourself is the first rule of football.
And it seems like Parker is trying to key on that Mitchell Guthmiller. I mean, you're the one of the founding members of the fan club, but they're keying on him a lot. So how do we try to get away from that? Maybe make him a decoy? You keep handing it off to him, or do you try to surprise him, find other ways to get it in his hands? They're going to have to do something on offense tonight.
Well, I think when Parker picked up that fumble and ran it back for a touchdown, I think that really fired him up. It seemed like they played with a lot more focus and emotion, so that carried them on and through most of the rest of the second half. And, of course, they're keen on Guthmiller quite a bit, and, of course, who would? But
yeah, it makes sense.
But, no, you got to keep
you have
doing
to
your game plan.
You have to keep feeding him for sure. I mean, he's their best weapon on offense. You keep feeding him for sure. But I guess I would try to find other ways to use him then. You saw it right at the last minute that they were using him as a wide receiver, bringing him in motion. If you can bring him in motion and bring defenders with him, then you're using him as a decoy. Someone else can run around the other side.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing here now at the end of the first half. You know, they ran a lot of that motion one way or the other, and Wyatt Hart just basically kept the ball, you know, and kind of ran it himself going the opposite way. Mm-hmm. You know, they'd have a fake like the sweep to the right, and he'd be running to the left or right straight up the middle, kind of cross against the grain anyway. Yeah. And you've seen him do that a few times. But you know, you just got to, you know, maybe spread the ball out just a little bit more often. You know, we don't throw the ball much, but, you know, we had that one big long pass down to Tobin Squires. Was just
right down the middle of the field.
We had one before that, so
yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to just throw that right in there.
Well, let's get creative, man. It's 8-8 here at halftime. Parker's out here getting warmed back up. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks should be coming out of the locker room here shortly. They'll put some more time on the clock, as they always do, and then we'll be off and running here in the third quarter. As Parker won the toss to start the game, they deferred, so they will receive the second half kickoff. And Sioux Valley will begin their second half on defense, trying to do what they've been able to do on defense a lot through that first half, which is force Parker into that punt situation. So far, other than the fumble return, that was the biggest play that Parker's had. They've had some nice runs there at the end of the first half. The quarterback, Weeman, was able to get 10 yards here, 9 yards here, but the throws that they do have not been on target. The only time they moved something forward on a throw, it was a defensive hold that moved him forward.
Yeah, or pass interference, yes. So, you know, you just got to keep at it and do the thing that you do. And, you know, we got a lot of seniors on this team. They just got to be able to say, we've been here before. Let's do it again.
Who's going to be the senior that picks up the team, carries them on their back, and gets them into a winning situation?
It's a good thing to watch to see.
Yeah. There's several candidates that can do it. You know, when you talk about the offensive linemen, they switch around and play defense at the same time. Those are big boys, man. They can carry a lot of weight on their shoulders. Who wants to be the star this second half? We're going to find out in a little bit. Officially, we're going to hand out a player of the game at the end of this. That'll be brought to us by Subway of Volga. Sponsors of the player of the game and the boys sports that we're going to do this year. That'll roll right into basketball, too. So we'll have gift certificates for our player of the game. Subway, man, right here in Volga. Eat fresh, dude. That player of the game will get a gift certificate for a free 6-inch sandwich. So keep some names in your head about some stars.
Are you going to have free certificates for coaches of the game in basketball?
Not in the plans at the moment, but I guess
just a thought.
We'll see what happens.
Just a thought.
You know, we were nice enough as announcers. The parents took care of us and got us some shirts for these playoff games. That was really cool.
That was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Jacqueline Guthmiller that reached out to us and asked us what size we wanted, as The parents taking care of some announcing
Thank
abilities.
you.
So we got shirts, Carms.
Thank you.
That's something, I guess, I'll see what I can do with Jimmy John's with Subway. Some of the maybe CC's will give us something. We've got the coaches show there every Monday.
There you go. Yeah.
Maybe CC's will throw a little something to us announcers. This has been kind of the Health Source Chiropractic halftime show. Health Source Chiropractic sponsors. We've had a lot of fun doing these halftime shows in the basketball season, especially. We went out to Spearfish last March. I don't want to call that spring, but it's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing halftime of it'd be the consolation semifinal. We lost to Dakota Valley right away. This was in the middle of the Wagner game against our Sioux Valley girls. And it was the head coach of Augustana women's basketball that just happened to be sitting right next to Bill Vincent, Coach Vogel. So we just handed him the headset for the halftime show. I had a great conversation with Nate Vogel, man. That was fun.
Fantastic.
All part of these Health Source Chiropractic halftime shows, man. The Health Source halftime. Usually some fun around here. We had a good conversation right there. Went through all the scores around South Dakota, getting you updated on all the playoff action out there.
We got both teams now out in the field here, getting ready to warming up and getting ready to get back after it here now for the second half.
Yeah, they put a couple of minutes back on the clock, but
Yes,
we're not going to worry about that. When they start winding up there, that's when we'll reset our clock. When we get into the third quarter here, and Parker is going to receive the second half kickoff, third quarter is going to be brought to us by Advantage Land Company, an amazing real estate and auction business right in downtown Brookings. So taking care of any auction or real estate needs that you have, man, give Advantage Land Company a call. Their slogan, expose your dirt.
Get an advantage with advantage.
Get your dirt exposed. You can call Jackson and Megan at 692-2525. Here, boy, that was my Jackson Hagerfeld impersonation there. Thank you, Advantage Land Company, for being a sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Sauls Media broadcast. We are about to fire up our second half as teams are heading to their sidelines. So I'm going to reset our clock here, Carms, and get you all set up for your scoreboard remote, as we like to say. It likes to start up right away. So 11:58 is going to be your starter. Not a bad crowd here at Cossack Field tonight. The faithful Cossack Crazies in attendance. They are in a lot more sweatshirts tonight than what we've seen them all season. There's some coats and some earmuffs out there, a couple of stocking hats.
Yeah, it's getting a little cooler here now the last few nights, but
it's October football, man, and it's playoff football. It's supposed to be maybe not a nip in the air, but just not 80 anymore. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So am I.
If Sioux Valley can find a way to pull this off tonight, and I feel like they can, I think their still roster is better than that Parker roster from top to bottom. We'll figure out the mistakes and get those straightened out. We'll put an offense together. It's going to start moving up and down the field, and if we would win this with the results that are happening in Elk Point right now, we win, we're heading right down to Elk Point next Thursday, Carms.
No, that would be fun.
I haven't been to Elk Point more than 5 times in my life, and we're going to do it twice in 2 weeks.
Well, it takes a practice. No practice makes perfect.
Yeah, we got the route down for sure.
Yeah.
Elk Point. It was just our trip down there a week ago, and that's when you informed me that Elk Point, when they were on their own as a high school, they're the Pointers.
Elk Point Pointers.
I still haven't had a chance to look up, what mascot looked like. Was it just a dude with a finger out? What was the mascot looking like?
Right offhand, I couldn't tell you.
Carms! Yeah, the Pointers and the Jefferson Blackhawks, right? That's what formed up. Called themselves the Huskies. It's a much better mascot now. It's a cool-looking husky dog. So with them having a big lead over Flandreau at the moment, EPJ looking to move on to the second round. If Sioux Valley can do the same, we'll head right on down there. Winner of this is heading to Elk Point as results are looking like that. Parker.
Brendan Moe was ready for the kickoff here for Sioux Valley.
Brendan Moe on the kick. And there's our start to a second half. Picked up by Parker. That is Robertson. He's going to take it to around the far sideline, and he's going to be bottled up and tackled by a group of Sioux Valley Cossacks. And that's where Parker is going to start their second half. 1st and 10 Pheasants from their own 36-yard line. Look for Sioux Valley to bring some energy here. Show some muscles. Show some grit. Tied at 8 to start the second half. Playoff game here in Volga.
Twins right, single receiver to the left for Parker.
That's Wyman in shotgun. He's got a running back next to him. That is Brady Byer. And we've got a flag
whistle
to start our possession.
So,
There was something on Sioux Valley.
I'm not
They
sure.
got too many men out there? They did. They had 12 men on the field. So 12 defenders is the call. That was one too many as Johnny Vermillion runs off. 1st and 5 to start the possession for the Pheasants. Ball now just inside the Parker 40. They're going to throw it right away. To the near sideline. Good throw. Good catch. And Guthmiller will throw him out of bounds, but a big first down for the Parker Pheasants to start the second half. And they're on the Sioux Valley side of the field at about the 32-yard line. Big first down play.
About a 22-yard gain there for Parker. Just a fantastic throw and catch. Just right on the money.
Yeah, that was the first throw that we've seen Wyman get out there that was actually on target.
Yes.
He's had some that have bounced on the turf. He's had some overthrows. That one connects. Big play on first down to start the second half for the Pheasants. They'll hand this off around the left side. He cuts back to the middle of the field. That is Colin Robertson on the run. And it'll be a short gain. Looks like about 3 yards. They'll have a 2nd and 7 coming up.
Preston top on the tackle.
Ball is placed on the Sioux Valley 29-yard line. Jordan Fast kind of walking onto the field and telling his guys what he wants on defense.
We've not looked real sure now on defense here these last couple plays.
2nd and 7 for the Pheasants. They've got 3 receivers and a tight end out there. Weeman's in shotgun. He's got a running back next to him. They'll hand that off to the man in motion. Weeman's going to keep it.
Right
Try to go right up the middle. Stopped. Bounces to the near sideline on the near hashtag. And he'll be cut down there. So it'll be 3rd and 2, it looks like, on that spot. At the Sioux Valley 24-yard line. Call that about a yard and a half. Somewhere in there. A long 2. How's that sound, Carnes?
Yes.
Sioux Valley trying to make
Big
a stop
play
here.
Coming up here.
This could be 4-down territory for the Pheasants. I don't think they have a place kicker either. But they're on a good side of the field here, so this is probably 4-down territory. Trips left. Takes that shotgun snap. Looking to throw it. Fakes it to the man on the far sideline. Now he'll gun it to the pylon. And that'll be so far away from the wide receiver that when he drops, there's no chance of a pass interference. Dan Ziesen on the
decent
coverage.
rush and decent coverage there, both for Sioux Valley.
So incomplete on
It
3rd
is
down.
4th and about
4th and 2-ish. A long 2. Looks like they've got to get inside the 17, maybe about a yard and a half-ish. A long 1 then. How's that sound? Parker's going to come out. 2 receivers on the near sideline. 1 out deep on the far sideline. Tight end as well. Weeman in shotgun. Running back right next to him. They'll bring a man in motion. Fake it to him. It's to the running back around the right side. He fights to get to the where they put him.
Gang tackle. He did not get it.
Great gang tackle by the Sioux Valley defense. They're going to place that ball on the 18-yard line, and I don't think that's enough.
No.
And the referee is going to point that way as well. So Sioux Valley comes up with the stop on 4th and a long 1.5. Great job by the front 7 there. So Sioux Valley holds on defense. They place the ball on the 24-yard line, not the 19 like I was talking about. Sioux Valley's going to start 1st and 10 from there after the great defensive stand forces the turnover on downs by the Pheasants. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. Takes the snap, hands to Guthmiller around the left side, spins out of that, and he'll be brought down for a gain of maybe a half a yard. 2nd and 9. They're going to give him 1 out of that and put it on the 25.
There's not much there. There was keying on him all the way.
Yeah, that defense they know where he's at all moments. Now, we've seen him break things, including last week in Elk Point.
Oh, yes.
If he can bounce it to the sidelines, he's got track star speed. He can bust runs out, just not having any luck doing it so far tonight. Wyatt Hart takes that shotgun snap. Hands it to Dan Ziesen around the right side, end around.
Nice run,
gets to the far
Ziesen.
sideline, and he'll be cut down at about the first down marker.
Pretty close.
It is. Looks like a gain of 8-ish. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up for Sioux Valley as they put the ball on the 33-yard line. Yeah, 3rd and 1 coming up, Carms.
Nice run by Dan Ziesen.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, of using Guthmiller in different ways. Kind of a decoy on that. They handed it to Dan Ziesen. Guthmiller was out in front of him trying to block, but it was a fake to Guthmiller first. Now they bring Dan Ziesen in the near sideline, hand that to Guthmiller, straight up the middle, fights off one tackler and dives forward. He'll get to about the 37-yard line, and that's enough for a first down for Sioux Valley. 1st and 10 from there. Parker Pheasant slow to get up. We've got a Sioux Valley lineman that was slow to get up. That was Preston Top, I believe. Yeah, it was slow to get up on the Sioux Valley side of things. For the Pheasants, that was number 74 as he finally turned enough I could see it. Caleb Weeman, the sophomore defensive lineman, he was slow to get up for the Parker Pheasants. So a 1st and 10 for Sioux Valley. Ball is on their own 37. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He'll fake it to Guthmiller, follow him right up the hole, take it around the left side, and a stumble is the only reason he fell down. The last defensive lineman / linebacker had enough of him to make him lose his balance. A good run. 2nd and 5 coming for Sioux Valley.
Yeah, that was a nice run for right up the middle. The middle was crowded.
He just followed Guthmiller up that hole, which maybe that's another thing that we can look for happening. Use Guthmiller as a lead blocker. I don't know. Got to find something to do with that defense keying on Guthmiller every time he touches it. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Dan Ziesen in motion. Wyatt Hart will follow Guthmiller through the hole again. Another flag down.
On the play.
Wyatt Hart fights across midfield. They'll stop the clock there and tell us what the penalty is. But from where that flag came from, a possible hold coming.
Yes.
And that is the call. So on 2nd and 5, that'll back the Sioux Valley Cossacks up by 10 yards. It'll stay 2nd down, but 2nd and 15 coming up for our boys. Carms, it's been a fun game so far. Thanks for being my partner on the mic.
We just need to get this scoring machine running efficiently.
I agree. More scores. 2nd and 15 from the Sioux Valley 32. Wyatt Hart in shotgun brings Dan Ziesen in motion. Hands off to Dan Ziesen around the right side, trying to get to the far sideline. Now he cuts up the field, has a short gain, gets about 5, maybe 6 out of that, and he's forced out of bounds. Stopping the clock there at the Sioux Valley 36, I think is where they're going to put that. Yes, so it'll be 3rd and 11 from the Sioux Valley 36. As Dan Ziesen was forced out on that far sideline. Three receivers out there this time. They bring Dan Ziesen in motion once again. Handoff, Guthmiller around the right side. He's fighting against linebackers, just could not find an open spot. A short gain, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th and about 8.
They're going to put that on the Sioux Valley 39. So, yeah, 4th and 8 coming up, and there is the special teams line change. I think we've got a punt coming from the Sioux Valley Cossacks.
Looks like it.
Braden Dan Ziesen back to field the punt snap. Sioux Valley getting their personnel correct. That is Marcus Olson coming on the field late as a lineman. Now they're all set. Sioux Valley in punt formation on 4th and long from their own 38. And now we've got a flag down. I think we ran out of time. Maybe a delay a game coming. No, a false start is going to be the call. So that'll back Sioux Valley up another 5 yards. They'll now be punting from their 34-yard line. Brings up a 4th and 13. So Dan Ziesen back to receive the punt snap here. Parker looks like they're going to bring some pressure. That snap rolls to Dan Season. He does a great job at getting that off. And a fair catch called by the punt returner, and the number on him is number 10. That is Colin Robertson once again.
That was a heck of a job to get that punt off by Braden Danzezen.
Yeah, that snap. One bounced to Braden Danzezen back there. He did a great job of getting control of it and getting it off at the same time. So good job, Braden Danzezen.
Ball's right on the 40.
Teams exchange possessions so far. 1st and 10 for the Parker Pheasants. They're on their own 40-yard line. See if the Sioux Valley defense can hold once again. That'll be a pitch to the right. This is going to be banged out. That's Dan Zeezen there. That is also Wyatt Hart there, all fired up on that tackle. Good job by those two defensive backfield guys. I guess Wyatt Hart's a linebacker, but a big stop. That runner was Colin Robertson, the senior wide receiver, as they call him on the roster, but he was running back that time. And he got drilled right on the sideline. A gain of 1 officially. 2nd and 9 coming for the Parker Pheasants.
Okay, let's get this ball back here, Cossacks.
Yeah, time for that turnover, Carms. Where has that been at? So far, the only turnover of the game has been the fumble return for a touchdown by the Pheasants. That's their lone touchdown in the game. Now we've got a timeout called by the Parker Pheasants. They weren't excited about what was going on there offensively, so the clock will stop wherever you need to there, Carms. First timeout of the second half taken by the Pheasants. This timeout brought to us by another food guy. Carms, Jimmy John's.
Delicious.
The Freaky Fast Sub Shop on 6th Street in Brookings. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Dale. Believing in this, wanting to be a part of Sioux Valley Athletics. It's not Jimmy John's National. It is that Jimmy John's store that does the sponsoring. It was a fun conversation with the two of them, and we'll bring them back again for basketball for sure. But those are our sponsors of the timeout right now. Jimmy John's right on 6th Street. Freaky fast, man. Get on down there. That's some good sub shop right there.
Fantastically delicious. For sure. And, well, it's 2nd and 9 here now for the Parker Pheasants. And let's get this ball back here.
Yeah, coming out of that timeout now. Parker will put trips to the right. Another receiver to the left. They got a tight end out there. Weeman in shotgun. Now he'll bring Robertson in motion, looking to throw it. Looking to the left
Pass
now, and they'll throw it out underneath, and that'll go off the hands of Robertson and incomplete. So the underneath route does not connect. Colin Robertson, the senior wide receiver, could not hold on to that. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Parker Pheasants coming out of that timeout.
They tried to set up that bubble screen there, but the timing was just off. It was just off just enough that the pass was a little bit long.
You know, again, wide. Sioux Valley's been good on defense. They really have been.
Absolutely.
They gave up a couple of runs at the end of the first half. They've given up a pass play here to start the second half, but other than that,
they haven't given up a score.
Cossack defense has been pretty solid all around. Weeman in shotgun. He's looking to throw it once again. Looking over the middle. Now under pressure. Connects. And now he's got a receiver in open space. That's Robertson.
First down.
Just as I was bragging up the Sioux Valley defense, they got pressure on Weeman. He connected right over the middle. Robertson will take it down to inside the Sioux Valley 20-yard line. A big play on 3rd down.
And the coverage wasn't too bad either, but the defender actually did kind of fall down. He kind of reached for the ball and fell down and
reached for a foot at the same time.
Yes.
And Robertson was able to shake that off and get another 20 yards down the field.
So we definitely need to stop here. Let's see who can pick things up here for the Cossacks.
Sioux Valley now, they'll line up on defense there. They've got 3 receivers to defend. Weeman in shotgun. He'll hand that off. That is Peterson around the left side. No room there. I don't think that's any gain, right? We're going to say 2nd and 10 out of that, Carms? Ball is
just foot.
2nd and 10 is the PA call. We'll call it 2nd and 10 from the Sioux Valley 19-yard line. If it was a gain, it wasn't much, so we'll call it 10. How's that?
No, that's
wipe his 1 yard off the books. He doesn't get it.
So
Parker taking their time now, using up some clock here. We got 4.5 minutes left to go. What do we got, Carms? Some receivers out there. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw it once again. Far sideline. That goes off the hands of a receiver as well. So Weeman has not been all that accurate. He does have 2 big pass plays that are connected. That one was intended for Tanner Peterson, but it goes off his hands and out of bounds. So an incomplete will bring up 3rd and 10 from the Sioux Valley 19-yard line.
Yeah, Neiman, the quarterback for the Parkers, not had a real accurate time throwing the ball to his left.
No,
for whatever reason, it just hasn't been there.
Just a lot of passes that have gone just through hands or just over hands of his receivers so far. Weeman in shotgun. He'll keep it, take it around the left side. He's got some space on the far sideline. Flag down as Weeman jumps into the end zone. There is a flag on the play, and I think this is coming back. So one of the bigger plays that Parker's had on offense tonight is going to be brought back. No touchdown. Take that off the board. It's a holding call on the Pheasants. So on 3rd and 10, that'll back the Pheasants up another 10 yards. Looks like a 3rd and 20 possibly coming.
Yes.
But more importantly, that 6 points is wiped off the scoreboard.
That was a fantastic read by the quarterback there when he took off.
A nice play by Wyman right there.
Yeah. There's nobody there.
Wyman?
There's nobody there to make the tackle. So that's why he...
They'll place the ball on the Sioux Valley 28-yard line. So a 3rd and 19 coming. We've been shotgun for receivers out there looking to throw it. He's going to come down the near sideline. He does have a receiver. Great defensive play. Logan Moan says no. Nice job defending that as Logan Moan
and
throws a paw out there to knock that down, and it'll be 4th and very long for the Parker Pheasants.
And Kellen Tucker was also there to help, so they actually had a really good coverage there. And just wasn't much of a chance. 4th down here now, so this is another big play coming up here.
It's a big one here. Sioux Valley's got to make a stop here, keep the game tied at 8. Parker Pheasants have already ran in a touchdown, but it was called back on a holding call. Now Weeman will be in shotgun, looking to throw it again. This is going to be down the near sideline. Double coverage. Did he catch that?
Almost.
He did. He caught that in double coverage. Parker's going to take a 6-point lead here. That receiver, number 10, is Colin Robertson, who had double coverage and found a way to bring that in between the 2 defenders.
That was a heck of a catch. Just a heck of a catch.
Wow. That was impressive, Carms.
It was.
That was a good throw.
We've seen 2 or 3 really good catches here, and that was definitely one of them.
That was one there.
And, of course, it scores you a touchdown.
Bringing that
Parker,
in and double coverage, so it's 14-8. Pheasants will now try for 2-point conversion. Weeman's got 2 running backs around him. They both split out wide. He's going to throw it right over the middle, and the 2-point conversion connects. That is Peterson on the 2-point success. So it'll be 16-8. Pheasants with an 8-point lead. 3:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if I can't straighten you out there a little bit. We'll get you back to normal here. Since we are on a short break here. Yeah, there you go. Wow. That was slick.
Yes, absolutely.
Usually that gives me some problems, but that was worked out very easily. So the big play, big possession by the Parker Pheasants gives them an 8-point lead now. Sioux Valley down a score here at home in the playoffs. This is not the way we drew it up, Carms.
No. Like I said, the Parker's showing a lot of energy, a lot of fight, and we've done a lot of good things here, but I haven't seen the intensity on our side that I've seen on Parker's side.
Yeah, we were just bragging up the defense, and then, boy, just gave up a couple of big plays there. The defense has been the star so far tonight, and That was just a great catch and double coverage down there in the end zone.
Yes.
Unbelievable, man. That's a kid making a play in the playoffs, dude. Now it's our turn. Sioux Valley's got to make a play. Someone's got to put everyone on your back. Who wants to be the leader? Parker will kick this off after the score. The kicker is number 15 again. This is Colston Doubleday. Kick is kind of a squibber. Goes over the hands of Weston Pitts. That is Wyatt Hart that picks that up. He's going to take it down the far sideline, and he'll be pushed out at about the Sioux Valley 36-yard line, I believe, is where our start of the offense will begin. So now it's the Sioux Valley turn. On offense, man. We got to get something rolling here.
Yeah, it's time to get going here. You just can't let the time just slowly run away. We've got to get something done here.
They got to get something moving here, man.
We've got to get focused and get a good scoring drive here put together.
Time to bring out the tricks. Receivers, twins left. I can't even talk anymore. Dan Ziesen in motion. Wyatt Hart takes that shotgun snap. It's a pitch to Guthmiller around the left side. He beats one defender, 3 more to beat. He gets across the 40, and he's shoved out of bounds. So that's what we've seen all night long. That pitch to Guthmiller, he's trying to beat 4 defenders on a regular basis.
Yeah, there was 4 defenders there, so.
But it is a nice gain. That's a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Sioux Valley 40-yard line. Wyatt Hart, once again, he'll be in shotgun. Guthmiller right beside him. 3 receivers out there. Dan Ziesen to the right. He'll be in motion. Fake to him. There's a throw. Tobin Squires once again wide open over the middle of the field. A race to the goal line. Touchdown! Sioux Valley!
Now that's how you do it, right?
Tobin Squires from 60 yards out.
60-yard touchdown pass. Just pretty as a picture.
They just released him through the middle of the field in the seam. Wyatt Hart with a great throw, and Tobin Squires just beat defenders to the goal line. He outran people. I mean, 6 points on the board for Sioux Valley.
And you can't hardly miss him on the field, you know. I mean,
they were keying on Guthmiller so much, man. I used Guthmiller as a decoy there. Tobin Squires just releases right down the stream. Wyatt Hart finds him.
There was absolutely nobody on him, though.
Great play.
I don't think it was even in the first half he had that long pass he grabbed, too. And I don't think either time anybody guarded him.
Sioux Valley will try for 2 now. There's the pitch to Guthmiller near sideline. He races to the goal line, lunges, and he'll get over the goal line. 2-point conversion is good, and we'll be tied at 16. How's that for a drive, Coach Carms?
Piece of cake.
Nothing to it.
Or whatever that's called. But
Tobin Squires, 2 big catches tonight. That one a 60-yard touchdown score. His 2nd ever varsity touchdown. We'll keep him in mind for player of the game. Perhaps he's going to get a sandwich out of that deal.
I might have to be part of Tobin Squire fan club.
You're going to start that fan club too? Well, yeah. Well, you might as well, man. He's a big target. Tobin Squire is 6'7", 240 pounds. When we move into the basketball season, that is a big center to have on your squad as well. You're going to enjoy coaching him on the basketball side of things.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Sioux Valley ties it up at 16 there, Carms. Yeah, give us another one. Let's tie it up.
Did I miss something here?
Yeah, it wasn't just an extra point, man. That was the deuce.
I hit it twice, or I thought I did.
Well, thanks for running the scoreboard anyway,
That's
man.
what I get for thinking anyway.
Yeah, don't be thinking up here, Carms. Come on, man.
I know it hurts me.
Well, we don't want that.
Brendan Moe here's back to kick again here for the Cossacks. And a tied game here. About just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Defense going to have to go back to work now. Brendan Moe on the kick. A squibber. And it'll go
going out of bounds,
straight out of bounds. So that'll be a flag on the kickoff team. Brendan Moe gets a penalty for his contributions out here tonight. Now, I think they can either take it at the 35 or they get it wherever it rolled out of bounds, I think. But 1st and 10 either way. Looks like they're going to place that on the 40. That's where it went out. So, Parker Pheasants now back on offense. Now, they were throwing it pretty well, but it was the catch of the night. That was Colin Robertson in the corner of the end zone against double coverage. Found a way to bring that in, and that's how we get 16 points for the Parker Pheasants. It was Tobin Squires that just had a 60-yard touchdown reception himself. And the Parker Pheasants, it's going to be tripped up on the handoff. That is Robertson once again.
That helps a little. Loss of a yard.
It'll be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming for the Pheasants. So Robertson, who we just bragged up about this catch against double coverage, couldn't stand up as he was handing that off there.
Maybe that just shows you're just human, huh?
2nd and 11 coming for the Pheasants. Ball's on the Parker 39-yard line. They got to get to midfield for a first down. I'm just doing the math for you, those for who are watching. Thanks for tuning in. This is Saul's Media on YouTube. Jason Salzman here in the call. Coach Carms,
Pass
color
coming.
man.
Pass coming.
Parker now looking to throw it under pressure, and that'll go through the hands of his receiver. That's Peterson, I believe. Yeah, Tanner Peterson, the senior wide receiver. That was Weeman under pressure, rolling to the right, and whether he was going to scramble for that or throw it, he decided to throw it, but it goes through Peterson's hands, and now it's 3rd and long.
It was only about a 10, 12-yard pass, but he threw that ball pretty hard. It was been awfully hard to catch either way.
He had some juice on it. So the Pheasants now 3rd and 11 from their own 39-yard line.
Just over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter at Cossack Field.
Parker's going to have 3 receivers out there, a tight end to the left. Weeman's going to take that shotgun snap, looking to throw it. Far sideline. That's connected.
Tackle Logan Moan.
A great tackle by Logan Moan will force another 4th down for the Pheasants. They're going to bring that down at the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5. Logan Moan on a great defensive play right there. And it looks like Parker is bringing on the punt unit.
Are they going to go for it here?
Yeah, watch for the fake here.
Fake, maybe?
Watch for the fake here. For Sioux Valley, they're going to put Braden Dan Ziesen back to receive it. Not really a rush on that. And the kick is away. Dan Ziesen is going to get away from it again, and it takes a Parker bounce. It'll roll dead at the 15-yard line. There you go. There's our PA announcer. You can hear that 1st and 10 for the 15. A lot of helpers around here, Carms. We need them all.
Yes, absolutely.
So Sioux Valley now, after the 60-yard touchdown strike to Tobin Squires, forces the punt on defense. Sioux Valley now will turn around. We're still tied at 16. Just under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Low snap. Wyatt Hart handles that. He'll take it around the left side. Near sideline, fighting there. He'll try to get back into the middle of the field, and he'll have enough for a first down as he got to pass the 25-yard line, trying to pump up his crowd, trying to pump up his teammates. Great run by Wyatt Hart.
That was a nice cut there by Wyatt Hart.
Be 1st and 10 once again for Sioux Valley from their own 26-yard line now this time, as we roll under 1 minute left in this third quarter. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He's got Guthmiller behind him. Tucker on the near sideline. Dan Ziesen on the far sideline. Wyatt Hart takes that snap, takes it to Guthmiller, take it around the middle, and he'll have a short gain there. He gets to about the 30-yard line. Not a great spot once again. Why are we getting short at a yard every time they spot it, Carms?
Yeah, it seemed like he did get.
So he gets spotted at the 29.
About 3 yards is all.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up. Sioux Valley more than happy to run another play here as we're under 17 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Tobin Squires finds his spot. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Dan Ziesen fake to him. Guthmiller around the left side. He's bottled up, spins out of that. More defenders coming. And it'll be a loss of almost 3 yards. 3rd and 10 coming as we end the third quarter. And we'll move to the fourth quarter, tied at 16, Carms.
Yes, there's great penetration there by the defensive tackle there from
really
Parker,
was.
number 74. I mean, he had that play blown up before the running back got the ball.
Number 74, that's Caleb Weeman for the Pheasants.
That was a
as he
fantastic play by
sniffed that play out. So let's switch our scoreboard up as we switch ends as well.
1 quarter to go here at the Cossack Field. In the first round playoff game here between the Parker Pheasants and your own Sioux Valley Cossacks.
Yeah, tied at 16 is not how I saw this happening, but that's what we have as a reality. Going to take a big fourth quarter effort by our boys. If you would look at your phone, I think you can bring up that South Dakota Score Feed app. What is the rest of 11B doing tonight as we move into the fourth quarter? Brought to us by, who is our sponsor of the fourth quarter? Subway of Olga and Langland Trucking, our sponsors of the fourth quarter. We'll talk about them here in a minute. What's happening around the rest of 11B, Carms?
Dual leads McCook Central Montrose 30-20 at the start of the fourth. Elk Point Jefferson beats Flandreau. Mount Vernon Plankton beats Mobridge Pollock. St. Thomas More takes care of Hot Springs 31-7. Wagner shuts out Chamberlain. And Clarkville Lake defeats Croton 28-zip.
All right, there is our scoreboard for you then. That quick look around. Let me move my camera so you can see the action out there. Sioux Valley will start 1st and 10. That is Wyatt Hart around the right side. He's got a nice run running over defenders. Still fighting his way to the 45-yard line. Wyatt Hart will not be stopped. He could be the man that is going to lead us into the postseason again.
It's about a 20-yard gain there for Wyatt Hart.
Wyatt Hart all sorts of fired up.
He faked that handoff and kept it himself, and, man, he had a little alleyway, and it zoomed. He was gone.
First down, Cossacks at their own 45 now. 1st and 10 from there. Kellen Tucker wide to the left. Logan Moan, the H-back on the right. They bring Tobin Squires over as a tight end. Guth Miller behind Wyatt Hart. They hand off to him around the right side. Trying to fight off defenders. That's 2 of them he shakes off. Now straight up the middle of those and close to midfield. Just nowhere to run around that corner.
No, it's on the short side of the field to begin with.
Yeah.
But he still got about 4 yards.
He did. Mitchell just having a tough time getting some open space out there. If he can get to open, then that's track star speed from there. The man's part of some state relay championship teams from last spring. So a 2nd and long 5 coming up. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guth Miller right behind him. Hart will follow Guth Miller this time right up the right side.
Guth Miller.
That's enough to
Wyatt
get
Hart
to the Parker 40-yard line on a first down coming for Sioux Valley.
Another 10-yard run or so right there for Wyatt Hart. Wow. Like I said, they're keying on number 6 so much. Guth Miller hand the ball or fake the ball, the handoff to Guth Miller, and Guth Miller was basically his lead blocker, and away he went.
Been using him as a lead blocker. That's been getting 10 yards every crack.
And
see if the
made a difference there so far.
Sioux Valley offense can keep that going. Ball is on the Parker 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Tobin Squires moves around to the right side as tight end. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guth Miller, he'll follow him again. Right around the right side, tripped up this time. It was number 2 that got into the backfield for Parker. That is Benson Jones, a linebacker that kind of blew things up there. He came in around the edge. It was Preston Top that was trying to keep him out of that, and he was close enough to get feet tangled up with Wyatt Hart. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming from the Parker 40-yard line.
Kind of tripped there. He had some yardage to go there.
Yeah, there was space there. Just tripped up enough. So Sioux Valley, 2nd and 10 now. Wyatt Hart in shotgun once again. Dan Ziesen on the near sideline. He'll go in motion. Hand it off to him around the left side. That's Guth Miller as a lead blocker. Dan Ziesen fighting for yards, trying to get to the sideline, but it'll be a loss of 2. And 3rd and 12 coming up for Sioux Valley. See what the Sioux Valley coaches have in store for a 3rd and 12.
See what Coach Fass is going to do here now.
Yeah.
We've got some yards to go here. Like I said, about 3rd and 11, 12 yards to go.
Now, look, we're in the spot on the field where 4-down territory seems to be what Sioux Valley loves to do anyway, so I think another play is coming on offense one way or the other.
Well, yeah.
Unless they go backwards so far that something ridiculous happens, but this has been 4-down territory all season long. And now we're going to get a timeout by the coaching staff of Sioux Valley. You want to talk about it? Just get the right formation, get the right personnel, talk about the plan. 3rd and 12 coming up. It's a big one, tied at 16. We got 9:21 left to go. If you want to run the clock a little there, Cars. This timeout brought to us by Nick's Hamburgers. The legendary hamburger spot in downtown Brookings. Buy those burgers by the bag. Buster Auto Broker is also another sponsor.
I know him.
Yeah, we all know Buster, yeah. He just joined us. Where were we? He just found us. That was a volleyball match, right?
Yeah.
Baltic? Where were we when we saw Buster? Was that Tri-Valley? No. Where was that? Baltic. It was Baltic when we were upstairs.
Yep, the new gym.
Buster Vincent came walking up and said hello. His lovely wife Alicia was with him. Yeah, it was fun. They jetted out of there pretty quick, though. Didn't even see him in the post-game show.
No. You can't hardly give him a bad time if he's not there.
Maybe that's why he took off. You don't want to hear about it. 3rd and 12 for Sioux Valley.
See what Coach Fast has dialed up here.
Wyatt Hart will take that snap. He's going to follow Guthmiller. All sorts of defenders there.
Nothing there.
Nothing at all. So they sniffed that out. Forced the 4th down. He may have got a yard out of that. They're going to place the ball on the Parker 41-yard line. We'll say 4th and 11 coming for Sioux Valley. 4-down territory, though. Steinhaus coming in. Kellen Tucker coming in. Dan Ziesen's already out there. We're going wide receiver heavy here.
And Tobin Squires is out, so that takes care of that big target anyway down the middle.
Going to have twins right. Kellen Tucker on the far sideline. It's Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. Dan Ziesen in motion. Fake to him. Looking to throw it. Now under pressure, and he is going to hand that off to Guthmiller. It's still bumbling around there. I think Sioux Valley jumped on top of it, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a turnover on downs one way or the other. Wyatt Hart under pressure. Tried to get that to Guthmiller. Officially on the fumble recovery, that is number 66 for Sioux Valley. That is Owen Vanderweerd. He gets a fumble recovery out of the deal, but still a turnover on downs. And the Sioux Valley possession stalls at the Parker 44-yard line. So we give it up to the defense once again. Parker will come out. They've got 4 receivers out there with a tight end in close. Hand off to Robertson. He takes it right up the middle. Couple of tough yards. He gets down to the 48-yard line they're going to spot him at. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up for Parker. Parker now. Guess we'll call it 2nd and 6, Carms?
Yes, 2nd and 6.
Still 4 receivers out there looking to throw it now near sideline. Now he's going to roll out to the right. Looking for a receiver out there, but that's way over the head of, I think that's Peterson out there. I'm not sure on the number.
Logan Moan was on defense there.
Okay. Not sure on the receiver number. It could have been Benson Jones, maybe Tanner Peterson. I never really got a good look at his number. Number 4, maybe. That's Gavin Flannery, another senior receiver out there for the Parker Pheasants, but it's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 6 coming for the Pheasants. Sioux Valley defense trying to hold here. Either force that punt or force the turnover on downs, as we're under 8 minutes left in this game, tied at 16. Weeman looking to throw it. That'll go over the head of his receiver. Intended for Nolan Mitzner that time, the sophomore wide receiver.
4th down. Here's an interesting thing. What do you do here? You're not quite at half field.
Looks like they are going to play the field position game once again. So they're going to send a punter back there. Look for the fake again. Be
With
aware of that, boys.
both teams kind of having a problem scoring, it's probably not a bad idea.
I'd say Dan Ziesen has to field this punt and not let it bounce behind him. Let's see if he can do something. Return it, Braden. Parker in the punt formation. No fake, but that is
bounds.
not a great kick. That just gets past the Sioux Valley 45. They'll be put that out on the 44-yard line, and that's where Sioux Valley is going to have a 1st and 10.
It's only about a net yard gain of 10 there. So
Yeah.
For Parker, so that was
The punt
off the side of the foot.
went right off the side of his foot. Went over to the Parker sideline. 1st and 10 at the Sioux Valley 44-yard line. So great field position. Why not, man?
Absolutely.
Let's get something done here. Sioux Valley will come out. Twins to the right. That's Dan Ziesen and I believe Steinhaus. It's close to us here. Steinhaus will be in motion. Wyatt Hart takes that. He's going to roll to the right, looking to throw it. Right over the middle, that is Tobin Squires, who's hit as he was trying to get his hands on that.
He had it there for just a second.
Just good defense is the call. No flag out there. So 2nd and 10 coming for the Sioux Valley offense. They caught the Parker defense sleeping a couple times on Tobin Squires. I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
That's only maybe the second time they've thrown him first down the whole game.
Yeah.
So it's not something that we do consistently.
So Sioux Valley now will send twins to the left this time. Looks like that is Kellen Tucker on the near sideline. Wyatt Hart in shotgun, fakes it to Dan Ziesen, takes it around the left side. He's got some space there. Gets it across midfield. It'll be 3rd and manageable. Looks like 3 more to go. 2 more. Where did the penalty net at? The Parker 48.
About 2. A long 2 maybe?
Yeah, we'll call it 2. Carms. 3rd and 2 for this Sioux Valley offense. Now across midfield. We're on the Parker side of things. It's tie game with 7:02 left to play. Clock's still running. We're past the 7-minute mark now. Tie game right here at Cossack Field. Wyatt Hart will be in shotgun. 2 receivers to the near sideline. That's Kellen Tucker in motion. Everyone's going to follow Wyatt Hart around the right side. He's got lead blockers trying to dive for the 45, and he'll have enough for a 1st down. Good play on 3rd and short, and it'll be placed at the Parker 44. And we've got a Pheasant that is slow to get up, and now he's up and running around. That is number 66. That was Garrett Postma that was slow to get up. Defensive lineman for the Pheasants, but he's back up and ready. It's not an injury timeout, so no one sent him off or anything. He's ready to go on that Parker defensive line. Sioux Valley. Twins left. Tucker to the right. They'll bring him in motion. Wyatt Hart takes the shotgun snap. It goes right through his feet. He jumps on that fumble. A bad snap sends Sioux Valley all the way back to their own 44-yard line. They'll spot it at the 45. And it'll be 2nd and long from there. 21, it looks
about
like.
21. 2nd and 21.
Oh, boy. So 2nd and long coming for Sioux Valley as we're passing the 6-minute mark left in this game. Still tied at 16. Sioux Valley trying to make something happen here on offense. Dan Ziesen to the right. Tobin Squires comes around as the tight end to the right. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guth Miller behind him. Dan Ziesen in motion. They're looking to throw it, and they'll throw right over the middle. Double coverage. Tobin Squires. And that's knocked out. There was 3 defenders there at the end. They tried the Tobin Squires over the middle play one more time, but triple coverage that time knocks that out. It'll be 3rd and 21 coming up for Sioux Valley now. Yeah, they're not going to allow Tobin Squires to sneak through the middle anymore. There was 3 defenders there that time.
They've learned their lesson, I think, on that.
A couple of times, including a 60-yard touchdown score for Tobin Squires. But they did not let him run freely over the middle that time. 4 receivers out there for Sioux Valley now. Tobin Squires near sideline, trips to the left. Logan Moan's the running back. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. They will throw it out to Guth Miller in space. He's on the far sideline, and he'll be bounced out at midfield. So it'll be 4th and 6 from there. A nice play, just they're quick to get to Guthmiller when he had it, but you at least got it to him in space that time, you know? Give him an opportunity. He doesn't have to beat 4 defenders just to get around the corner. That was getting the ball in his hands in space. Parker being very fast to get to him, though.
What a big play here, though, now.
We're looking at 4th and 16 here. 4 receivers out there once again for Sioux Valley. Wyatt Hart looking to throw it. Now he's under pressure. Steps up right down the middle of the field. Holland! And that is good at the 10-yard line. He falls down at the 5. Brady Holland, a game saver.
What a catch. What a throw. Nice step up and throw by Wyatt Hart. Man, that was just like on TV.
Brody Holland brings that in. A huge play on 4th and 16. Might have been a season saver right there as we're crossing the 5-minute mark left in this game. Tied at 16, but Sioux Valley is on the doorstep looking to punch in. They place that ball at the Parker 5-yard line. This is a back alley meets red zone trip once again. Sponsors of the red zone trips, get all your grilling needs at back alley meets in downtown Volga. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. Guthmiller behind him. Wyatt Hart will just follow Guthmiller through the hole. That's a great play by the defensive lineman of Parker. That'll be no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah, again, the
Postma on this tackle. He fights through the offensive line and disrupts that.
The defensive line for Parker has been stepping up here a lot of times here and getting some really good penetration on us. So we've got to do a better job offensively here now and trying to not give that penetration.
Sioux Valley trying to use some clock here as well. The crowd disagrees. Go, go, go is the call underneath us. You just don't want to be giving Parker a lot of opportunities here. If we score too quickly, then they got time to play with, and now we're going to take a timeout and talk about it. So this timeout by Sioux Valley brought to us by Buster's Auto Brokers and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We'll try to get them all here. Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck as well. All sponsors of some timeouts here and proud sponsors of Sioux Valley Athletics. And now we're here in the playoffs. Home game here against the Parker Pheasants. We're tied at 16 with 3:53 left to go.
You know, the crowd's yelling, go, 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 but really you don't want to go because you want to
let's use the clock here at the same time.
The clock and not leave Parker, if you do score, not leave Parker with a lot of time left.
Right.
So, I mean, we've got almost 4 minutes here. We don't have to hurry. We're in no hurry here at all. And so
they want to be, what's the better word for it? Efficient right here? Maybe
yes.
Does that work a little bit better?
But the fans got to realize this sometimes, and it's not always just go, 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 go. Sometimes you got to slow down and analyze the situation and what's best here for the team. And the best for the team right now is take your time, let's execute, and let's score a touchdown.
2nd and goal now for Sioux Valley from the 5-yard line. Wyatt Hart in shotgun. He'll follow Guthmiller once again, and he will jump over the goal line. Touchdown, Sioux Valley!
There we go, and just like that. Didn't I tell you?
All that efficiency talk, all the clock management talk, he handed off to Wyatt Hart, and he bounces over the goal line. Put 6 on the board, and Sioux Valley will go for 2 here, try to make it an 8-point spread with 3:48 left to go in this game. The great catch by Brody Holland set that up on a 4th and 16 play, man.
What a super catch. And that was basically the same route that
Wyatt Hart
Squires
will take it around the right side. He bounces in.
2-point
conversion is successful. It's 24-16. Sioux Valley with an 8-point lead with under 4 minutes left to go in this game.
Those 2 extra points look really, really nice.
They are huge now. Now it's up to the defense once again. They've had decent luck against this Parker offense. They've given up some plays, yes. The great catch in double coverage by the Parker wide receiver. That was Colin Robertson in the corner of the end zone. Fought off 2 defenders. He made a play. That's what got Parker to 16. Now it's on the defense. Once again, 3:48 left to go in this game. Sioux Valley now with an 8-point lead, trying to close this out. Defense needs to make a play here, make a stop. Time for that turnover, Carms. Let's get an interception here or something.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Well, all right,
That's
then.
a good idea. You got some good things going on
Once
here.
in a while, I have ideas that sound okay. So that one works for me. You get the turnover here, and you can close this out, man. You force Parker to use any timeouts that they have left.
That
Run
would
the
be
clock
fun.
out, and then let's head on down to Elk Point next Thursday. See what happens.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in the playoffs, man, and we talked about 11B being gettable. We saw an Elk Point team that, yes, they do score 40 points a game, but we were able to move the ball against that team in that second half, dude.
We did.
Sioux Valley can do it. This is Brendan Moe on the kickoff once again. That is going to be a
Out of bounds
squibber that
again.
goes out of bounds. So they give Parker some decent field position at the same time. So they'll place that where it went out. Looks like they're going to put it on the Parker 30. Where are they putting that?
And you're about the 40?
41, it looks like.
42?
Stop moving forward. How is it the 43-yard line? Jeez. All right. They're going to place the Parker 43. It was going to be a good field position either way, but we don't have to help them out that much. All right. So Parker has this. 1st and 10.
Only 3 down linemen here, so a little different defensive look here by
Playing a
Sioux
little
Valley.
defender
They're
happy.
going deep.
That's a throw down the right
Going
sideline. It is complete at
It's
the
caught.
30-yard line. A nice pitch and catch by the Parker Pheasants. That gets them down to the 30. We'll have another first down from there. What's the number on that? 3? Maybe? That's
3.
Hunter
Yep.
Peterson once again. Yeah, there he is,
He was-
number
yep.
3. So with all those defenders out there, Parker is still able to connect on a 25-yard pass play. Pretty close to that. You close on the scoreboard there, Carms? Okay.
Yep.
Parker comes out. They got 3 receivers out there, a tight end. Robertson right next to Weeman. He's looking to throw it once again over the middle. He fake pumps that. Ball's out! Ball's out! Johnny Vermillion, turn around, man!
I don't think
I don't think we got it back. I think that was a Parker defensive or offensive lineman that jumped on that. So somebody got to Weeman, and that ball popped out of there. It is a huge loss. That puts the ball near midfield once again. 2nd and, oh boy, that is
2nd and about
10,
Sinai.
25. It
Yeah.
looks like 2nd and 25 coming up, Carms. Did you see that Elkton math at work right there, man? That was quick. 4 receivers for Parker. Under 3 minutes left to go. Looking to throw it once again.
The
Near
pass
sideline.
again.
He's under pressure over the middle, and that's off target. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 25 coming up. Carms, you want to stop a clock there?
Aha.
There you go.
We'll do that.
As long as you're close to the scoreboard there.
3rd down.
3rd and 25-ish. Do you want to change your yardage there, too? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Stay with me, man. We're under 3 minutes left to go here.
3rd and Sinai. I don't have that on here, though.
2:29 left to play. Sioux Valley defense did allow a big pass and catch to get to the 30, but it was a fumble that moved Parker all the way back to near midfield. So Parker looking at 3rd and 25. 4 receivers out there once again. Weeman will roll to his right under pressure on the far sideline. He throws it up, and that will
Did he
be
catch that?
caught. Yes,
caught that.
that is the call.
What a catch.
Near
Another
the
one.
first down marker and probably past it. They get right back down to the 20-yard line. Are we saying first down, boys? What are we doing there? Yes, we are. They're moving chains right now. So a big play on
What a play.
3rd and 25. I keep wanting to brag up our Sioux Valley defense, but then they allow things like that to happen. 1st and 10 now, just outside the 20-yard line for Parker. It's an 8-point lead for Sioux Valley. 2 minutes left to go here. Sioux Valley trying to keep the Pheasants on the end zone. Weeman will pitch that. Robertson around the left side. No room to roll. He spins, and now he'll be stood up. Gets to about the 15. It'll be, what, a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain? Looks like 2nd and 4 coming up for the Pheasants. And they're in hurry-up mode now. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Weeman in shotgun. They'll bring Robertson in
Keeping the ball.
motion, and that'll be Johnny Vermillion
Johnny
that made a
Vermillion
great
said,
play
"No
on
way."
defense. Stop the clock there, Carms. We got to catch up to our game clock here. Or let it catch up to you.
There you go.
And now we got a timeout. Parker's going to talk about it a little bit. This timeout is going to be brought to us by Tropical Smoothie Cafe, sponsors of our girls' sports through the fall and winter. Those girls get free smoothies for their player of the game abilities.
1 minute, 33 seconds left here.
Get you as accurate as I can here, Carms.
And
Let's switch
Sioux
to
Valley.
without ease there.
And it's 24-16 in favor of the Cossacks.
It is. Minute and a half to go. EPJ has moved on. That awaits the winner of this game. So the winner of this heading to Elk Point next Thursday. The only really surprise that we saw in that 11B score was winner. I think they went to Weston Springs and got a win tonight on the road. But it's the Winter Warriors. So is it really a surprise? I don't know. They know how to play
They still
postseason
know how
football.
to win, yes. No doubt about that.
I don't know what's in the water in winter, but they always have large linemen. Like large, like
Athletic.
yeesh. What is that type of lineman?
And running backs and quarterbacks.
Yep.
and-
They use misdirection. They use 3 running backs all the time. They rarely throw it. They rarely have to. Winner of this moves on to Elk Point next Thursday. Parker now, 3rd and 4. From the Sioux Valley 15-yard line, Weeman in shotgun. 4 receivers out there. Fakes the handoff.
Pass.
Throws to the near sideline. Underneath receiver. He slips at the 10. And I think he's short on the slip. Is the clock moving? Did he get out of bounds, Carms?
I'm not sure.
What's the game clock doing?
The game clock is running. So.
All right, so we're coming up on a minute left.
I thought he was out of bounds also.
4th and short, 4th and 1.
A short
Sioux
one.
Valley trying to make a hold here.
Timeout.
Trying to keep that 8-point lead. And a timeout on the Sioux Valley side this time. All right.
Exactly 1 minute left here to go.
All right, let's get you caught up on the clock.
Oh, it's tough to get me caught up sometimes.
Yeah, we get all excited here. It's a big 4th down play. Sioux Valley wants to talk about what they're going to do on defense here. Parker can get a 1st down. It's 4th and 1 from the 12-yard line. They got to get to the 11. Look at me doing my Elkton math once again. But ultimately, Sioux Valley is trying to keep this team out of the end zone. It's an 8-point lead. You do not want this to come down to a touchdown and possibly a 2-point conversion. I mean, for the excitement level, sure, but that's just not the way you want to do this, Carms.
It seems like just for both teams, nothing has been easy tonight.
No.
It's been not a sharp game by either team, but there's been some penalties and some few bad plays and bad snaps, but
then good plays at the same time, man. I mean,
it's playoff football.
It's been great conversions by Parker. They've had long opportunities and converted on them.
1 minute to go.
One of those touchdowns was a catch in double coverage. And now Parker with a 4th and 1. Weeman in shotgun. 2 running backs around him. Hand it off. Robertson around the left side. He'll bounce over the 10-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. They'll stop the clock momentarily. But once the plays or the chain gang is set, then they'll fire it up. And now they go. So a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for Parker. Clock is running. We're under a minute. Weeman in shotgun. He's looking to throw it over the middle, now to the left. Now he'll throw it out to the right, and it is knocked out. Dan Ziesen says no.
No, sir.
Braden Dan Ziesen with a great defensive play in the end zone.
He had to sprawl out for that one.
Keeps that out of the hands of Benson Jones. What a play, Braden Dan Ziesen. Fans in front of us all fired up.
37 seconds.
37 seconds left to play.
Well,
It is 2nd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line for the Parker Pheasants. Sioux Valley just trying to keep them out of the end zone. Let's not make this come down to a 2-point conversion for a win. Keep them out, boys. Weeman in shotgun. He's now going to roll and look to his left. Rolling to the left, under pressure. Now he'll bring it in the middle of the throw to the back of the end zone. Bounces. Incomplete is the call.
29 seconds to go.
A lot of scrambling around back there. That was number 4, Gavin Flannery, that was trying to get to that, but the throw was low. It bounces in the end zone. We've got how much? What do we got left? 29?
29 seconds left to go.
29 to go.
This might be the longest minute we've played in a long time.
All season, yes, for sure. So for the Pheasants, this will bring 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. They cannot get another first down. 29 seconds left to play. Sioux Valley defense egging on the Cossack Crazies to make some noise. Weeman in shotgun. He's got Brady Byer right next to him. He'll take that shotgun snap, looking to throw it. Now he's under pressure. Roll out to the right, still under pressure. The throw to the back of the end zone to nobody. Braden Danzizen on the coverage. Danzizen does a nice job defending 2 of these, and that brings up 4th and goal.
21 seconds left on
For the
clock.
Parker Pheasants now, just inside the 10. This is it, Carms. 4th and 10 from the 10.
There's no way to get a first down here. So, yeah, this is it for
This
Parker.
is it. I think they're out of timeouts.
Can we get a stop?
They can't get a first down. They got to get in the end zone, or it's going to be ball game.
Can we get a
Weeman
stop?
in shotgun, looking to throw it. Looks to his right, over the middle, knocked down. Wyatt Hart on the defense. No penalty. That ball is incomplete. Sioux Valley forces the turnover on downs. Parker Pheasant receiver still slow to get up, but I think it's just dejection, not injury.
16 seconds to go.
16 to go, and Sioux Valley is going to have 1st and 10.
We've got to hold on to that pigskin here for 16 seconds.
I don't think Parker can stop the clock. Do they have a timeout left on that scoreboard? I don't think they do. No, they don't have a timeout left. This is going to be a kneel down. Let's get the victory formation out. Sioux Valley Cossacks, we're going to win the first round playoff game at home. 24-16 is going to be our final unless we do something weird here. But I think a victory formation's coming. It is, and that's going to do it. Sioux Valley Cossacks are going to move on. Move on to the second round, and the Elk Point Jefferson Huskies await the number 1 team in 11B. And that'll be where we go next Thursday for a matchup, a rematch with the Huskies. A hard-fought game, Carms.
Oh, yeah, what a fantastic ending to the fantastic second half, fantastic fourth quarter. Wow.
If nothing else, we make it exciting.
Some great, fantastic catches by both sides, both teams. I mean, you just can't get much better than that in playoff football.
So, as we move into our post-game show here, thank you to Subway of Volga and Langland Trucking, sponsors of our fourth quarter here. Shorty's Hot Box, if we had some stats up here, which we do not, Shorty's Hot Box would bring us our final stats. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, sponsors of some of our player of the game, but our boys' player of the game, sponsored by the Subway of Volga. That player of the game is going to get a gift certificate for a free 6-inch sandwich from Subway of Volga. Eat fresh, Carms.
Yes.
You got any players in your head about who gets that sandwich? I've got one.
Yeah,
I've got one.
There's a couple there I think that could really be worth doing it. But Wyatt Hart, I mean, just really come through, I think, and had some great plays. Ran the ball very well. Had some really nice pass completions. Just all around fine game. And
Wyatt Hart's been fantastic all season long. He was fantastic all game long. Guthmiller tried his heart out to get that ball moving forward.
Well, that's what playoff football.
In my head, we're going to give it to Tobin Squires with his second career.
But that's the other one I had.
Varsity touchdown, the 60-yard blast in that, third quarter? He
was the other one I had in mind. But, yeah, he did some fantastic things. He blocked very well in the line. And, of course,
made plays on defense as well.
Fantastic catches there. One of the 60-yard touchdown bomb. And, boy, Parker made sure that did not happen again.
Yeah, they covered him after that for sure, which is completely understandable. I mean, they let him basically release from the tight end spot twice, and he torched him twice. So with the big 60-yard touchdown, that's my player of the game. If you're fine with that, I'm fine with that. We'll give it to Tobin.
Yes.
Tobin Squires, our player of the game.
Mr. Tobe.
A fine evening from the tight end position. He also played nice defense tonight. Tobin Squires, your player of the game. Thank you to Subway of Volga. He will get a 6-inch sandwich from Subway of Volga. There we go. There it is. Let's take a look at some of the other scores around the 11B.
Okay. 11B, St. Thomas More leads Hot Springs by quite a ways, 38-7, with just a little bit of time left in the game. Wagner shuts out Chamberlain, 33-0. And, of course, our score here, Sioux Valley 24, Parker 16. Clark, Willow Lake beat Groton area 35-0. Winner wins 20-12 over Woonsocket Western Springs and Boone Central.
Now, see, that was the one I was talking about. Whether that's a surprise or not, and I don't think it is, that's winner.
It's
At
not.
least it's a road team winning tonight, which is not, for me, the winner. It's not surprising, but I guess I'm a little bit surprised on how Woonsocket Western Springs, Sanborn Central finished their season because they got blown out last week. Remember that score.
And they played really well the first part of the season, I thought.
They really did,
Yeah.
I think, until the last two
Absolutely.
games. I wonder if they took an injury and it really affected how they play. But the Winter Warriors do what they do, as they always do in the postseason.
And then,
they go to Western Springs, get a big win
Other games
tonight.
in 11B, Mount Vernon Plankton beat Beaubridge Pollock 40-12.
Okay.
Duels, the winner over MCM 36-20. And, of course, those number one rated Elk Point Jefferson Huskies 42-14 over Flanders.
They beat those Flyers. So we move to 9AA, where I played my ball. 9AA, the Elkton Lake Bend Elks. My Elks, man. 49-0 over those DeSmit Bulldogs. A big win at home in Elkton tonight. Other 9AA scores. Kimball White Lake moves on. They beat Britton Hecla 14-7. The Hanson Beavers take care of Viborg Hurley 52-34. That was in Viborg tonight. Hamlin, a big winner at home. They beat Scotland Minnow tonight. Parkston, also a big winner at home. They beat Bennett County tonight, 55-22. Freeman, Marion Freeman Academy, the number one team in 9AA. They get a big win over Garrettson. The Blue Dragons tonight, 59-7. That was in Freeman. Bon Home about to close it out in Tyndall tonight against the Gregory Gorillas. And Hill City, our friends, the Rangers, a big win over Great Plains Lutheran, who wins the award this week for longest road trip, a 9-hour trek from Watertown to Hill City. And it's a 53-0 loss that the Panthers will come home
Class
with.
9A, Ipswich wins their game 58-8 over Harding County Bison. Castlewood wins 46-12 over Dupree. Howard beats Centerville 52-32. That must have been a shootout.
Sounds like
Philip beat Esteline Hendricks 36-8. Alcester Hudson 36-0 over Dubrook. Platte Geddes is leading Lyman 42-22 with just a couple minutes left in the game. Wall, a big winner, shutout over Lebanon McIntosh. And Warner beats Timberlake 42-12. Or just a minute left in that game, actually. That's not quite final.
We move to 9B quickly. I'm not sure if we're going to get anyone up here or not. It doesn't seem like they're climbing stairs to come see us. As we mentioned before, the number one team in 9B, Del Rapids St. Mary's, they get a 72-6 victory over Irene Wakanda tonight. That was in Dells. Harriet Selby moves on against Canastota 22-0. Sully Buttes gets a win 42-8. Those three teams with Avon probably going to win the 9B title. One of those four. They might play in all the semifinals. Sioux Falls Lutheran gets a win over Iroquois Lake Preston tonight. Faulkton a winner over Burke. Corsica Stickney gets a 2-point win over Kadoka in Kadoka. So another road team.
Piece of cake.
Corsica Stickney, the Jaguars, get a win over the Kadoka Coyotes tonight in Kadoka. That's disappointing for the Kadoka area team. And now my score feed wants to keep bouncing around on me. I can't get to the bottom of 9B anymore. There was a Avon score 50-0 over ORR, and now it keeps bouncing around. I can't do anything else in 9B. 11A, perhaps? You want to go 11A style?
11A, Madison beat Millbank 20-6, last regular season game. West Central beat Vermilion 34-10. My Lennox Orioles, number 3, defeated number 2 Del Rapids 34-14. I say that my Lennox Orioles because I have a nephew that plays
Hey,
for them.
all right there.
Yeah,
there we go. There's our connection.
Belfouche and Rapid City Christian are tied at 14. They are in overtime. They're in West River. Tri-Valley beat Canton 33-23. Sioux Falls Christians a winner 40-9 over Dakota Valley. And Custer is shutting out Lakota Tech at halftime 42-0.
We move to 11AA. The Brookings Bobcats, they are going to get a win against the Huron Tigers 22-14. Bobcats knocking off the number 1 team in 11AA as they move into their playoffs next week. 22-14 at Dana J tonight. So good job, Bobcats. Pierre, a big winner, 49-0. Sioux Falls, Washington beats T at Howard Wood tonight, 27-7. Yankton, a big winner on the road in Mitchell. Aberdeen Central and Watertown tied right now, and I think that's in Aberdeen, so that is in overtime. Looks like Aberdeen Central down 3 points in overtime now, so Central's got to get a field goal or a touchdown to win it. And then Sturgis knocks off Spearfish out west, 13-9. So that is 11AA. Good job, Bobcats. They're getting a win tonight.
AAA, Sioux Falls Jefferson beat Rapid City Central 52-10. Brandon Valley, number 1, beats Harrisburg 24-0.
Other way around, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not what it's got here. Let's see, I'm in the wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's not the score that we had before. Well, our score feed app officially bouncing around.
It's
so
kind of bouncing around, so
how about we go back to 11B then, if we're not going to get accurate there. Here's going to be the bracket next week now as we move into the second round. This game, win by Sioux Valley means that we're on to the second round. The reward for that is to go play Elk Point Jefferson in Elk Point, so that's the second round matchup. Sioux Valley, that's the 1-8. In the 4-5 matchup, it'll be the Dual Cardinals. They will get to host the Wagner Red Raiders as Wagner takes care of Chamberlain 33-0. Dual gets a win at home tonight, 36-20 over MCM. So Dual will bring the Red Raiders of Wagner into Clear Lake next week in a second-round matchup. Out west, St. Thomas More, the 2 seed in the playoffs. They beat Hot Springs tonight. They will match up with Mount Vernon Plankington, who took out Mobridge Pollock tonight.
That might be a really good game.
So the Titans get to go to Rapid City to play St. Thomas More. And check this one out. Clark Willow Lake, who we've seen twice this year. The second time they beat us because they had 3 weeks to prepare for Sioux Valley by playing us in Clark, having a bye week, and then playing us here in Volga. Had 3 weeks to prepare, and that's how they beat us the second time. Clark Willow Lake blanks Groton tonight. Moves on as the 3 seed, and they will welcome the Winter Warriors to town as the Winter Warriors go to Weston Springs and beat Woonsocket Weston Springs Sanborn Central in the first round. The Winter Warriors on the road to Clark next week, and that's the matchup that we have in 11B.
There you go.
The rest of it we can talk about later on.
You know, like I say, the score feed's kind of bouncing around. It's actually got the scores here now from last week. So
sure
it's got our Elk Point Jefferson score here with Sioux Valley last week. So
that's our opponent.
When this stuff works, it's fantastic, but not always.
Well, that'll be our matchup for next week. We're going to roll right down to Elk Point. That's next Thursday. We already know the route. We just did that a week ago, so we know how to get there. We know where we're going to be. I got to send off an email and say that we'll be down there. Check the weather. I don't know. Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be October-ish? It's Halloween-ish. I think it's, the 30th when we go down there? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ish? Something like that.
Yeah.
So that's our second-round matchup, man. A hard-fought victory tonight. We send the Parker Pheasants home. We, thank the seniors down there, and some kids down there played their last football game. That's the playoffs, though. You win or you go home, and that's the deal.
Parker really gave it all they had.
They really did, man.
They left on the field. This is probably one of the better games they played all year long.
Yeah. It's Sioux Valley that comes out on top, 24-16. A hard-fought victory. I think we taught ourselves some lessons, and we're going to have to get a defense that is going to have to prepare for that Schmitz kid once again. The all-state running back is 6'3" and 225 pounds. We didn't stop him all that much a week ago. Now we got to come up with a better game plan. You go back to the drawing board, see what you can do, and come up with something.
We're going to have to be more focused, more fundamental than we were tonight.
And physical, I think, is the other word you're looking for.
You've always got to be that. I don't think there's much of a problem with that, but just being sharp and on the ball, ready to play, I don't think we were there tonight.
Well, maybe not tonight, but we get to, a common opponent again. We just saw them a week ago. Look at the game films and put a plan together, and we'll see what happens down there, man. We'll be there for it all. I think we'll have Bill Vincent with us next week as his cross-country season ends up on Saturday. I think it's the boys' race at noon, the girls' race at 1:30. We've got competitive cheer tomorrow night in Watertown. Let's do that as well. Volleyball will fire it back up with a senior night on Monday. We got plenty of opportunities to talk about all of those, but a great win by the Sioux Valley Cossacks tonight. They close it out at home, 24-16, and move on to the second round of the playoffs next Thursday at Elk Point. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for following along. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you. We might see you in Watertown. You might see some iPad action in the Huron on Saturday. But we've got volleyball on Monday for sure. And then volleyball on Tuesday, and then we've got a playoff game next Thursday, man. It's a full Sioux Valley thing, man. We'll be everywhere, man. We'll do whatever.
I think it's kind of like towards the end of the season here for something. Just
no, we just roll seasons into one another, man. It was fun tonight. A good win by Sioux Valley. Congrats, Cossacks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later on this weekend. If not, Monday night for sure for a little volleyball. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Have a good night.